Yeah. Well, we do what we can. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Game of Santos, where we play D&D and are really on time all the time. We're really on time for everything always. Um um what was I going to say? So, oh no, let's not do that. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just go with a little upbeat music or whatever. All right, guys. Well, welcome for those of you who are joining us for the first time. Texas humidity. Oh, hello, friend. Good to see you. We are about to get started. We are down 2 players. One of them should be joining us shortly. Another one probably not joining us. We'll see. There's a very definite I doubt it. Very definite I doubt it. But you never know. Anything could happen. It is that kind of show here. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of give you caught up on where we are and what's going on. So currently the Brigade of 8 had been involved in an assault on Silvery Moon, albeit a little on the not directly involved and more like they were there when it happened. You guys had been semi-held hostage within the Vault of Sages, a large arcane school here within the elven city of Silvery Moon, where the evil empire of the evil Thayan Empire had their temporary ruler here, their mayor, their governor, whatever you want to call it, had been here to try and get some information out of Kindred, and something that this Amaranth had desired, something that involved carving a little into Kindred's body to remove during all this just a little bit. During this attack on Silvery Moon, there had been outside forces that had been taken on the Empire. You guys had tried to disrupt what you could within the inside of the Vault of Sages before finally going out and having a confrontation with Gabriel, Frostborn, and Winoth, the Viper, a large adult white dragon. Oh, hooray! We have ourselves a Sonder. They'll be popping in momentarily. Wonk. There we go. Alrighty. We can hear you. Coming to us live from Traffic Cam, we have Sonder. What's the traffic like out there, Sonder? Please tell me that you are not. You know what? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I just want to know. Make sure. Whoa! What is going on? Everybody was starting to like. Oh no. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Hold on. We seem to be having some technical difficulties. No, it's okay. No, it's my internet. It's the Zoom call as whole. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll figure it out. It's just my internet, the internet on my side, just like. Wow, this bitrate is going really bad. This is true. Oh yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on, hold on. Hopefully it'll be. Yeah, definitely. Uh, uh. I know today. You know, it's what happens sometimes. I think everybody looks like see like I'm getting you guys back for a moment. There were several of you that had frozen, and now it looks like you are coming back. Um, it was whenever Sonder joined. Apparently, Sonder was the key that like that broke the camel's back. Um, for real, apparently. Okay, all right. Are we good? I see the stream came back on. Hopefully things will have normalized. We seem to be okay for the moment. um yeah, it's okay. That's all right. We'll figure this out. All right. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. Everyone's stopped buffering around. Jesus. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and play the intro, and we're just gonna do the quick and abridged version of the catch up. So let's just go to that intro right now. Okay, well, we are back. So, whew, wild times here. Okay, well, to give you guys the quick rundown, Gabriel and the giant white dragon, you guys fought him both inside the large airship, the Fang, as well as not, as well as the blown outside once you guys had taken out Winnot's humanoid form, dragonborn humanoid form. He had reverted himself to a dragon and kind of blew out the side of the ship in response because he was the big boy. After that, epic battleness ensued, and most of you, minus Galil, who you did come towards the end of the battle. You were there for that. I forgot about that. You were there. But you guys managed to defeat Gabriel, some of his cohorts that were there, as well as the dragon itself. Iskra holding on tightly as Winoth flew up high into the night sky, trying to get away from his attackers, only to be shot by the last few arrows that Sonder had fired off right down to the wire with the remaining hit points, which was still pretty insane. Odds were pretty high, but you managed it, and now Iskra, holding on to Winoth, its large form is just like flapping the wings high up into the sky. You can feel it once it reaches that stopping point and just lets out that like sorrowful voice as it just starts flying or falling, not flying anymore, falling with style back to the ground. Sonder in that last moment had grabbed the small figurine from his satchel of the owl and cast it up into the air, commanding it within those last few moments to try and rescue Iskra. And those of you who are there on the ground, on the outside, you watch as this figurine flies up into the air before just this burst of arcane magic unleashes, and a giant owl goes. Oh yeah, like Sailor Moon. Listen, sir, you focus on listening right now. And as it flies through the air, it shoots upwards towards Iskra as a giant form, or the humongous monstrous form of Winoth, comes tumbling to the ground. Everybody kind of goes scattering around in different directions. You guys had only managed to get up probably about 80 feet in the air, so you're not terribly high up. He had only just taken off when Sonder had done those last few shots. But Iskra, you can see the ground rushing up to you, and that burst of magic before you as the giant owl comes up, flying like directly at you. I need you to make a dexterity check for me, as it is going to make a dexterity.
Hey, not a bad way to start. That's a natural 20.
Yay! All right. The owl flies up past you. You manage to grab onto its feet as it's like it was reaching out to grab you. Grabbing on, you are safely like pulled / jerked back up into the air again. Whoa!
Owl parachute.
Yeah, basically, as it kind of swoops around the open courtyard there, the large dragon just slams into the ground with a thud, making dust and snow kind of scatter all about you guys in this area. And for a brief moment, it seems you have a moment to breathe as that owl comes swooping back around to land, to bring you down to the ground near your allies.
Yeah, I exhale like big time while I'm hanging on to the owl.
All right. What are you guys doing?
So combat has officially stopped.
For the moment, at least with the you can hear that there's still combat going up on the top deck between the people that Galil had brought in as they're taking out some of the soldiers that are up there. But at the moment, for you guys here on the ground,
I thought I killed him.
no, you killed some people that were inside the ship, not the people that were on the top deck.
Okay.
There's a lot more.
Oh. Okay.
I try to take a quick stock of the situation. Who can I see? What do I see?
I'm on the ground, so.
Yeah. So currently on the ground right now, I believe we have Galil, Sol should be there, Saunders there. I think Kindred and Aliquin are still inside the ship.
We're like mid-level?
Yeah, about mid-level. I think you were on the stairwell from the 4th deck to the 3rd deck is where you guys had been kind of jumping back and forth. So you're kind of on the 3rd deck right now.
Okay.
And then Renan was outside there as well.
Could I see any of the city real quickly while I was hanging onto the owl or while I was on Winoth's back?
Make a perception check for me.
Much worse. That was a 7.
7. All right. In that brief moment, I mean, it happened all so quickly that I'd say you probably didn't get a good look. You did see that there are some fires in different parts of the city itself, as well as like the little rising smoke. And being that it's nighttime already, it's like the only things that is kind of lit for the moment were those fires, and they happened all so fast before you started plummeting to the ground again.
Right.
So then while they're doing that, I'm going to, still holding onto Gabriel's head, turn towards Aliquin, just be like, I don't hear anything. Help me loot these bodies real quick, and we'll go through the 3 guards that came down to us.
Okay.
And loot them, and then after that,
ahead.
I'll go down back to Gabriel.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
With advantage, since he's not here to roll himself?
No.
21, 22, 23, 24.
He's rolling for him over there.
24.
24? Okay.
17. Yes, 17.
All right. Going over their person, you can see that they aren't. I mean, they're not carrying stuff on them aside from their weapons. They do have, one of them has like a little pouch of like a couple of silver, but doesn't have. I mean, it's not like they were. They're on their ship.
Can I hear
so.
what's going on the top deck?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you were, I recall, you were still kind of flying in the air a little bit.
Yeah, I was still level with the. Actually, I was about 10 above level with the big hole.
Oof.
Whoa.
Whoa. Did not hear you at all. Sorry, try it again. What did
I was about 10 feet above the hole in the wall.
Okay. All right. So, yes, I mean, you can fly up a little bit to see what is going on the outside up there if you want. Want to do that? Okay.
I forget. Were these guys crossbows or bows?
They had crossbows. So, I mean, they do have you do find the 2 crossbows. They each carry their own, like, almost like a scimitar style. It's a smaller sword, made for kind of fighting in closer quarters of like within the ship itself if need be.
I will take those because I'm proficient in scimitars. I'll take 2.
All right.
Sunder's gonna go up to Winnock's head as he's fallen down and landed already.
You're gonna go up to where, Sander?
Winnock's like face if he's fallen already.
Oh yeah, he's fallen. It's on the ground.
Okay, I want to go up to his face and close his eyes and say a prayer over him.
Aww.
Okay.
I'm sorry that it had to end like this. Things could have been different. And then I'll close his eyes and I'll just put my hand on his snout and say the prayer and then head back to whatever anyone else needs.
Okay. All right. So Kindred, Galil, as you guys are there, or not Galil, Aliquin. Yes, sorry. Kindred and Aliquin, as you guys are, as they're there, going over the bodies themselves. You do find like some insignia on parts of their arm patches, and you can see that 5-headed dragon symbol of the Order of the Cult of the Dragon is kind of emblazoned on their arms. Not in a way that makes it very flashy, but in a way that can be noticed if you see it.
Okay. And then anything on Gabriel's body?
Well, that's further down. That's down the stairs. You want to go back down the stairs?
Yeah, because I left him in the stairs. So after those 3 are taken care of now, I'll go back down to him and loot his body and check it over.
Okay, sure.
How far is that hole of the ship from the ground?
It's probably about 10 feet from the ground itself. It hovers just a little bit.
I want to jump up there and climb back up there.
Okay, go ahead and make acrobatics or athletics, either one.
19.
19?
This guy has been cut in half. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, no. It's because Sonder dropped for a second.
Sure.
There you're good.
Yep, 19.
19? Okay, cool. Yeah, easily enough you get up onto the lower deck. You can see that there's like a little bit of a section below the floor as you're climbing up below the main floor and like the very bottom of the ship, where you can see that there are various like metallic tubing that kind of stretches along the underbelly of the ship. But you're able to get onto that bottom floor where you can see that, there's debris everywhere along this area, as like the wood was shattered from the dragon having exploded out the side.
I'm also going to whistle for Oreo to come to me.
Okay. Oreo comes flying down, swooping down, and like lands on the there on the floor next to you. As you're doing that, you see Kindred coming down the stairs and start going over a headless corpse that is there in the hallway.
I'm gonna run outside to my truck to see if I can find another headset.
Okay, you're good. All right. So
What happened to
Kindred.
him?
No, good.
Oh, I was just waiting. What?
Galil asked you a question.
Oh,
What
what'd you
happened
say?
to him?
I hold his head up. Me?
Oh.
I'm gonna burn it later because remember what happened in
Keep that
Neverwinter.
head just in case.
Yeah. We'll do what we can, but
Yeah.
eventually it's gonna get burned.
Oh, yeah.
Go through the body.
I'm
All
going to
right.
continue on.
All right, as you go up the stair, are you going up the stairs?
Yeah, I'm going to go search the shit.
All right, going up the stairs.
Give me a minute and I'll be right there because up top we hear stuff, but real quick.
You had rolled what was it again?
Oh, investigation?
Yes.
19.
19? All right.
Mhm.
Easy enough. Going over, you can see that he has he does have a little pouch and it has some component pieces in there. Probably things for various spells or whatnot. You can see wrapped kind of inside of his shirt, he has a large medallion that has that same Tiamat symbol. But each dragon seems to be inlaid with different colored gems.
Okay. And that's it.
Mhm.
Oh, cheap ass wizard. I kicked the body out.
No book?
At least nothing that was on his person. All right.
Okay. So then,
Hey, I'm gonna
Is there,
switch
like-
over.
All right.
is there like a cloth? I don't want to get blood in my bag. Galil, is there like a sheet or something I can wrap his head in?
Galil's he's already gone up the stairs.
Oh, he didn't even wait for me, bastard. So then I'll just like rip some of Gabriel's clothes and like wrap his head in it and then stuff it in my bag so that way it doesn't bleed all over everything.
I mean, in bags of holding, I don't think you necessarily have to worry about
I'm
blood.
just
getting
making
everything.
sure.
But just in case, I mean, I understand your, the caution.
That deterioration rates can go fast.
No, it's in stasis. At least I
In
think.
a bag of holding.
All right. So,
Okay.
as welcome back, Sonder. Good to see that you have arrived safely, because you were definitely not driving and listening at the same time. Nope.
Nope.
Definitely not doing that.
I have it Bluetooth to my car, so it was like listening to a podcast. but
Oh,
interacting with it.
Interactive.
Interactive
Fun.
podcast. Yeah.
that sounds kind of cool, I suppose. Yeah. All right. So, Kindred, you start going up the stairs.
But still try to like pay attention in case like there's someone hiding somewhere. I don't want to get ambushed.
Sure. Galil, where are you headed? Because as you got to the top that next deck, you do see Aliquin there, kind of still looking down at a couple of the bodies of the soldiers that were in there that are very.
I'm just gonna ask him. Have y'all searched everywhere?
No, just the bodies right now. Haven't really had a chance.
Huh. Well, I guess we should start doing that now.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Just kind of shrugs and follows along with you. Iskra, Sonder, Sol, what are you guys doing downstairs? After Iskra, as you watch as like Sonder goes over to the fallen form of Winoth and kind of like closes his eyes for a moment after saying his little prayer.
I'm going to spice murmur everyone. Friends, should we meet up and tend to our wounds? I would assume that we have many. We just fought a dragon.
I'm okay, actually.
I would
actually
be
glad
up
you
for
told
that.
Right as well.
We're just I have Aliquin and Galil with me. We're just going through the rest of the ship just to make sure it's all cleared out for us.
Where should we meet?
I'm gonna high jump to the second
Just-
floor.
Stick together and just be on the lookout in case more waves come of something.
There's
Okay.
still fighting going on up top. Let them know.
On the airship?
Mm-hmm.
Do you,
Can-
do you need our assistance?
I'm trying to avoid all that. Let them know.
Maybe not right now, but just be wary. Don't head up there by yourself.
I am not. I am here with Iskra, and Sonder is nearby.
And way back when I was looting the original bodies, blur would have worn off because it's only a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I've already powered down too, so
Yeah, I figured as much. Sonder, you jump up onto the open spot there on
Yeah,
the deck.
that hole. Yeah.
Mhm. All right.
And then I think I need to make a save or some kind of.
You can do. I mean, you can do
Something.
an athletics check, but with monks, it's a little less.
Yeah.
You're more parkoury than usual, and
Yeah. Got a
more.
28. So.
Okay.
Parkour!
Pretty sure you're fine.
Naruto jump, anime jump up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Show
Okay,
off.
I'll do I'll do a perception check to see what's around me in that area. I was actually kind of wondering what that room was that
That was behind you.
that was behind me, like that we were fighting behind the whole time.
Go for it. You gonna go and make a perception check, if you wish.
That
You check
is-
at the door handle, and it opens.
Okay. Before I walk in, I want to have staff ready. And then I got a 10 for perception.
Okay. Alrighty. So, as you kind of check the door handle and clicks open, you go inside and you can see that it's just like the darkness there on the inside, lit only by what little light is coming in from behind you, from the moonlit sky that like is at your back. I don't remember. Do you have
Can I
dark
let-
vision? Yeah, you do.
I have
You
the
can see-
goggles of dark vision. Yeah.
Okay. So looking inside, you can feel before you see that like this colder air that comes from inside. It's almost like opening up, almost like a refrigerator. It just feels chilled inside, not maybe as cold, but just like this chilled wind kind of comes out, and you can see there's like little patches of ice formed in like odd shapes around the edges of the hold in this large open area there. It's probably about 30, so I'd say like 30 feet wide and about 50 or so feet back.
This must be the room she was talking about. Hey, Iskra.
I am glancing down at Winoth right now. I
Oh.
pay attention. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you and Soul come up here? I think I found the ice chamber that you had been in. Is there anything in here?
You asking us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Last I was in there, I was a small creature, and there was lots of death and meat there.
Okay,
Frozen blood.
nothing to be worried about.
Not that since I was there.
I was
Okay.
never allowed inside.
I'm going to check it out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk in, and
And look around.
yeah,
And I guess
Nobody's on
the
the
best
chat.
the best thing that you can imagine be walking into like a butcher's like frozen like back room kind of thing.
Freezer type thing.
You can see that there are definitely probably like remains of cows or large like herbivores of that nature that have like, you can see like hind legs or sections of meat that are just frozen inside these little stalagmites of ice.
Mm-hmm.
But then also you see frozen to the walls what look like remains of human bodies.
I'm gonna unfreeze one of the bodies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
The-
it's gonna smell.
It comes like as soon as you unfreeze it, like it's just basically like half of a torso.
Oh no.
Ew.
As if
What
like
can I make? Is it like a
as if
human?
like the upper half had been already eaten off, and it's
Yeah.
just like the midsection down in the legs, and it just kind of crumples. It's still very stiff, so it doesn't quite like just, you know, it itself is frozen. You manage to melt the ice, but the body itself kind of just like crumples and falls over. Some of it kind of chips off and breaks.
That's gross. Enough doesn't eat the pee-pee.
What?
I guess.
Can we lock him in there?
I don't say that. No.
This is why, you know what? I think I'm gonna reconsider any future like breaks, because I'm gonna know that the next session after a break is gonna just be bananas. We're getting back into the swing of things. Okay, so yes.
Can I check his pockets? Is it like a bare body, or does he have clothes?
I mean, it's got like pants and stuff, but you don't
that's
find a wallet with an ID in it, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Does it seem like do they seem human, or like
Yeah, it's humanoid.
they have like human toes? Oh, that's not good. Oh, so I'll let everyone know that I found a dead human that was half eaten in here.
And looking around, you see several more. Just either like an arm, a leg. You don't see any full-on morsels that have been saved. This looks like meals that were like, this is like the leftovers. You know what I mean? This is like pieces that were kind of saved and put off to the side so that it could munch on later, perhaps.
Okay. I'll go and leave the room then, and just keep going. I'll go upstairs or to the next area to see what I can find.
You did
Yes,
tell us that in Spice Murmur, right?
No, I didn't. But I did let Sol and Isker know that I was up here and
Okay, that's what it was.
to
Never
come
mind.
up here. Yeah.
All right. Galil, as you are an Alcuin, or what exactly are you guys doing? You are searching just the ship itself? Okay. Go ahead and make investigation checks for me then. Kindred, shortly, I mean, it's not hard for you to find like the couple open doors. You can hear them kind of rummaging about, and you can follow along with them. So I'll say, Kindred, Galil, go ahead and you can roll it with advantage, since you have 3 pairs of eyes. There are 3 pairs of eyes.
Well, coming up on them, I wouldn't do that. I would watch entrances for oncoming enemies while they look.
Okay, fair enough.
Dirty 20.
Very nice. Searching through the ship, you do find a couple of rooms that look like they were housing for the crew of the ship. You find like the eating area. You can find the larder where the food has been kept. All in all, you find enough provisions and storage of things you estimate for probably a good 3 or 4 months travel. As well as you do find one room that is locked. There on the 3rd floor.
I want to try lockpick it open.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check or your dexterity roll.
Thank you for lockpicks and thieves' tools.
I'm gonna have mending prepared for when he breaks it. No.
Just in case.
18.
18. It stays locked. What are you doing, Renan?
I have baby dice, and so I had everyone pick a color. There's the olive green.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. So it stays locked, Galil. Renan, you fly up to the deck, and as you fly up, you can see there are 2 the individuals that had run in with Galil that had managed to get up on top of the deck, and one of them, it pulls out from the body of one of the pirates a blade of like brilliant white fiery light that just like pulls it out, and the body just like falls to his knees and then crumples over. You can see this elven woman with this very large amount of braided white hair that's kind of tied backwards in whoa, calm down. This is tied backwards in like a really strange ponytail of braids. She turns to you and kind of like holds up the saber, we're like almost ready to strike, but then kind of lowers it when she sees that you don't seem right away to be malicious towards her.
Kind of glancing at her, I'll like ever so slightly squint and Eldritch Blast one of the bodies.
She doesn't flinch. She just it flies into the body, but her eyes remain on you, and you can see there's another similarly dressed individual, this man that comes over and kind of like gives you this look of like suspicion, and she looks at you. Are you with us or against us?
Well, considering where you just pulled your blade from, I'd say with.
That's good. What of your allies? What of your allies?
There are many on the ground, and one that I haven't seen yet.
Well, up here on the deck, it is only us and a few of the wizards.
You seem to have things handled.
As do you. It looks like you have fallen the dragon.
Gladly enough. I'm gonna go make certain that's so. And I just kind of tuck the wings in and drop.
Okay.
And they bola him.
In the what?
They bola his wings.
Leave the boy alone. The poor thing.
No, and I was just getting ready to show you this. Rude.
All right. So, you guys you drop down to the lower deck. Iskra, Sandra, what are you guys doing?
I'm still looking around. That the rooms that were there on that floor. To see
Okay.
if anyone's in there.
All right. Iskra, you were going along with him, or are you still down outside?
I'm gonna get on my psychic comms and try to contact Aelin.
All right.
Aelin, are you out there? What's it looking like in the city?
Give us a sign.
No, I'm just kidding.
The number you have reached is no longer in service.
Has a voicemail box that has not been set up.
The worst.
Literally. All right. So, you kind of wait for a moment, and then you can hear Aylin's voice. Oh, Iskra, you're all right?
Sure are. It was a bit of a fight here, but you won't have to deal with the dragon anymore. And that other airship we mentioned, it's not going anywhere, I don't think.
Oh, that's good. The fewer airships, the better. The dragon, you all took care of the dragon already?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem any longer.
All right, good to know. Yeah, there's a couple of pockets of resistance still going on inside the city, but for the most part, it seems that seems to be doing well.
Are there any locations that you had planned on hitting that you think could use support?
Honestly, I'm kind of out of the loop with what's going on with the rest of the rebellion. If you find a woman named Thalu, she's the one who's kind of working with Core. They're kind of been heading up this change in power. I have some allies here that I'm following. We're doing our best to help out the citizens.
I'll leave you to it then. Stay safe out there.
I shall. Let me know if you need anything. I can go back to the vault as quickly as I can.
Yeah, of course. I think we're okay for now.
All right. So, where are you at?
Question: do I still have the Quetzalcoatlus?
I believe so. It lasts for an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and it wasn't killed during the fight.
Right.
So yes, it is there. It is there with you.
Iskra, you're still on the floor with me, right?
Yes.
Would you care for? Oh, sorry. Iskra, I'm gonna ride on Bird to the top of this ship. Would you like a lift?
I'm certainly acclimating myself to flying and wind lately. Let's do it.
Okay. I'll whisper in Sylvan to Quetzalcoatlus to kind of like bear down, and then so we can climb on its back.
Okay. Do you have? I would suggest if you could, like find a name, so you don't have to say it every time. Steve. You know, whatever.
Quit.
Well.
I mean, you don't have to come up with it like right this moment, but
Yeah.
just say
I mean,
it might make
it's,
it easier.
Quetzalcoatlus?
That's gonna be a lot of names I'm to come up with all the animals I'm to conjure.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Oh my goodness.
That's delightful.
Yeah.
Wow.
So short is Les.
Les.
Would
Literally.
that be a lizard's name though?
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
For now, I'm not gonna name it just yet.
All right.
Quetzalcoatl is a lizard.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus is a lizard.
All right.
So standing there, watching Galil work this door and fail at picking the lock. What is the door made of?
Looks like really sturdy wood, just like their last several doors.
just from glancing from where I'm at, does it look like maybe it's taking any kind of damage or?
It looks about as sturdy as all the rest of the doors that you've come across. Oh no.
Just burn it down.
I was actually thinking about doing that next.
Shit.
Okay, let me see here.
Have me and Eloquent Firebolt and Eldritch Blast it.
Me and Iskra land right on the top, and then all of a sudden, flames.
Like, well, I guess we can just leave and find ourselves a new home somewhere else. Everything seems to have gone horribly.
Yep.
So
Nah.
I'm gonna like motion to Alec and be like, hey, watch this. And while Gildale's like really concentrating, fidgeting with trying to pick the lock, I'm just gonna hold my hand out, looking out the door, and cast magic missile first level, and just try to. They're all gonna curve right around Galil and hit the door to see if I can damage it.
Okay. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll for damage. Or roll for door damage.
Soul, pick a color.
Out of what are the choices?
Orange, pink, light blue, brown,
Brown
Another
chicken,
orange.
Brown cow.
a red, purple.
Orange.
14 damage.
14. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here.
Wait, let me make sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, no, 12. My math was off. Sorry, my bad.
12. Okay. So,
Yes.
As you blast into this door, it crackles, and there are aspects of it that shoot like splinters everywhere on Galil and around you guys where you're standing in the hallway. But it doesn't break.
Duck.
All late.
I wasn't gonna hit you, but
I pull back and kick the door.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack against the door. Love this. This is great.
I'm
Prime.
pretty sure 17 plus whatever my modifier is hits.
What are you hitting it with?
I'm kicking it down.
So then
It's
you
an
make
armed
it
strike, right?
an arm strike. Yeah.
17 plus 7.
The door gets a reaction.
the door has
swings open, so he's like,
And then closes shut in his face.
you kick at the door and you can hear another like really resounding thud, but it doesn't give.
Wow. I really went in.
okay, so the parts that I weakened, I'm just gonna like move, get out the way, and the new scimitars that I just got, I'm just gonna like right in the weak spot just to make a tiny little hole if I can.
You see now as you're getting in front of the door that the wood that has been cratered away already goes like 3 or 4 inches thick. It's a lot thicker than most doors. And so you just
know
like
what?
start like chucking into it.
We need soul.
What?
Well,
Better call Soul.
oh no. Well done. Well done. All right. Okay, so Soul, speaking of which, Soul and Iskra, you guys are flying on Liz's back. Quetzalcoatl Liz.
Oh no.
As you're flying on Liz's back, you're flying up higher above the school. Where are you guys going on this magic carpet ride?
We were gonna go to the top of the airship.
Oh, just to the top of the airship? Oh, I thought you were flying off like somewhere. I was like, okay, sure. Where are you going?
We're just
I can show you the world. Yes! At the same time.
me and Iskra is like, well, that was fun. We just killed a dragon. Later, nerds were peeking out.
Yeah, I believe it. All right.
Yeah.
So you get to you're flying up to the main mast. I guess the top of the airship is where you're going.
Yeah,
Ah.
I just keep picturing that. I wanted it to land us at an airship, and it just keeps taking us like higher and higher. I'm like, wait, no.
No, there, down, down,
Water
land.
bottle, come out.
A fit?
Bad girl, bad.
All right. So, you manage to land on the top mast itself, which is not like, you know, your normal ship masts, because it doesn't have like the sails that are underneath it, but it does have that long, like, it's got two of them actually, two of those long basically poles where the our elemental kind of charges through once it's in the air. So you get on one of them, and you can see down below that there are some of the people that Galil had come in with have now started moving to the inside of the ship.
Does anyone look at us funny that we just rode up?
I mean, their
from,
eyes, they, you know, you do gather their attention, but you can see that the deck of the ship is littered with several bodies of the Thayan pirates.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and like Prince of Persia, like slow fall down the mast down to the bottom of the
Okay.
down the
Nice.
actual deck of the ship.
Dead body.
Yeah, that's
I'm
awesome.
going to carefully kind of climb down, and I'm kind of wondering why the bird decided to perch up on top.
Okay, so I understood when you said the top of the airship, you meant the top of the airship, not the top
I mean,
deck.
like,
You meant the
the
top deck. Okay.
I
We're
was
gonna
like,
go ahead
so
and
do
call
I
it-
do like
you
a
know what?
dexterity?
It's early night, but we're just gonna call it here. Just come back again tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Jesus. Okay, so. All right. Well, in that case, now that I have clearly understood your destination, now you guys are on the deck of the airship, not the mast of the airship. No wonder you were just like, why is he going so high? Okay. This makes more sense now. The top deck of the airship. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
Um,
on the deck of the
do-
airship,
do
Go
we
ahead.
see Galil there, or who
No.
was up there? It was Renan, right?
Renan, Renan jumped off the side of the airship the last we had done anything, and I don't know where he is now.
We,
Headed for the dragon.
me and Iskra are now on the top of the airship. Are you all here nearby? Crickets.
Chirp, chirp.
Are you spies murmuring, everyone?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, you have to do this. That way we know it's
I
international signal. for
did.
he
spies.
did. He
He
did.
do it. You just didn't
Oh.
look up.
Oh, my
International
bad.
signal for spies murmur, did you say?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Now we have to do the. Oh, guys.
Over.
Over.
Okay, now what'd you say again? I'm sorry.
Guys, we are here top of the airship. Are you around here? Where are you?
We're at a door.
And I kick it again.
I want to make another unarmed attack.
18.
You can like hear
It
Galil
hits.
struggling with it.
Ah!
Go ahead and roll.
I
I
just
was gonna
go,
ask.
Yeah, I
Or
mean, it
could you do a
hits. Go ahead
perception
and
check?
roll damage.
I
4.
turn my spies member so they can hear my.
The wood kind of like buckles a little more, but it still hasn't given way.
Keep going. You almost got it. Keep going.
Any chance now of having picked the lock is kind of like moot, because the door is so mangled and ruined that now it must be broken down to get in.
It's
Yep.
all jammed.
And I'll have Aliquin Eldritch Blast it.
Okay, sure.
Wait,
Why
wait,
not?
wait, guys.
Good. You remember
let's
you
all
have
stand
force
back.
damage.
Yeah.
Let's all stand back.
Force
and
damage.
Aliquin, I'll just blast. I'll firebolt, and we'll time it just right.
Firebolt?
The bolt.
Well, he shoots 2 of them, I believe. So
Well, I shoot one. I mean, the power of friendship.
Go ahead and make attack rolls on the freaking door.
Advantage for power
18.
of friendship.
We want it open, and we want it
18 and
open now.
15.
What was
Care
it?
Bear
You
there.
said?
18
18?
and 15.
Okay. 15 just hits.
So
24.
1d10 plus 4 for both of them.
19 damage, almost max.
What kind of armor is this door wearing?
I know, right?
It's called lacquer.
6 plus 4, so 10, and then 8 plus 4. So 22 total damage.
All right. That'll do it. So as Kindred and Aloquin step back, they both extend their hands, and in a impressive display of cantrip magic, Firebolt and Eldritch Blast just like the door gets blown to pieces. Dust and smoke and debris fly everywhere as splinters go careening down the hallway. And you are
So-
left with a
Friendship.
smoking.
Real quick for the audience, what level are we?
Level 10.
Shut up.
Huh?
Okay.
Yep. Level 10. Blowing up doors.
Conserving spell slots.
Yeah, same. Well, that's why I had him do it.
Level 10. Blowing up doors like it's 1999. Or 2020. I
Right.
don't know. You choose.
Do you want to
Alright.
do it pre what was that computer thing? The 1999 computer thing?
Y2K?
Or Y2K.
Y2K.
Most kids today aren't even gonna know what the hell that is. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Showing my
Wow.
age.
Yeah, same. I mean, because I knew I was right there with you. I knew what you were talking about. Anyway. Oh, wow. Look at you.
Yeah,
That was great. Good
I
job,
think
guys.
we're all in sync today. So.
Yeah,
I like
apparently.
pull some like splinters out of my hair. Like, wait, no, I have no hair.
I was going to say, we have hair
I'm
now?
just eloquent, so.
Bunch of
Kendrick,
ball-headed.
You gust all this shit out.
I'm on it, and I start, casting
Gusting
dust.
gust. The winds careen down the hallway, blowing and filtering out the smoke, clearing the way for what looks to be a small closet.
Oh no, another enemy.
Mother! I punched the wall.
I mean,
This is all that was in here.
you haven't looked inside the closet. I just said it was like a small
I
closet.
will- I'm about to say, looking at the closet.
Go ahead and make an
it
investigation.
anything-
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Aloquin will help you.
23.
23.
Oh, wait. So he's doing his own or advantage?
Just advantage.
Yeah, 23.
Okay. As the smoke clears, you see that there is a large chest on the back side of this closet. Piled around it. Piled around it, you can see that there are several like smaller boxes and chests as well. The main chest itself bears the marking of the Cult of the Dragon emblazoned on the top. You can see on this, there's a glass enclosed shelf. The glass now shattered and broken, some of it like falling out, as there are what looks to be a couple of papers and scrolls tucked away inside.
I will grab those.
Okay.
I would help too.
I'm going to spice move around this time. Guys, are you there? You guys
Yeah.
need help?
We got the door.
You heard.
We're
You
good.
heard. After you hear.
We got the door.
After you heard the dull thud and explosion coming from inside. Moments later,
I'll,
there in the hallway, Kindred, Galil, and Aloquin, you hear running footsteps as from around the corner. Thalu, the other knight, as well as the two wizards come like barreling around the corner. Both of the knights have their like sun swords up and ready, and they're like looking around. What was the source of the explosion?
I point to Galil.
Sorry,
He did
that
it.
was us.
I try to find them.
Okay, I mean,
I just look at Thalu and say, sorry, that was us.
I just follow the dust.
basically. Okay. Well, Renan, what are you doing?
I wanted to go down and take a look at the now very dead dragon.
Okay. I mean, it is there, laying in the snowy, muddied ground.
That's good. I want to start taking, like, basically, I'm just going to start spending a fair bit of time trying to take scales, teeth, and if I don't, or if I have extra time left over, leather from the wings. I'm going to
Okay,
butcher the dragon.
Okay, so we'll get to that then here in a minute. Just that way I know what I was just kind of curious where you had wandered off to. The one child without the walkie-talkie, just to make sure that you're good. Okay. So, Sonder.
Mhm.
You're with Iskra, right? You guys are going
Yes.
through the ship looking for things. It's like
Yeah.
No, I'm up on the top. And
Oh, you're on the
he's
top.
in the
Okay.
freezer.
you were in the freezer. All right. So by
I
this
went from the freezer to
the
the
other
other
doors,
rooms.
right? So you had already seen several of these rooms already when you had looked around with Kindred. They are more like storage things, and I would imagine eventually you wind up coming up to the third deck where you heard the explosion, and also saw everybody kind of gathering around together at about the same time.
Okay.
So that you're with everybody there. Kindred
I'm gonna
and
ask.
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
What did y'all find in here?
You're muted. Yeah.
So you met up with all of us already?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Me and Aloquin are like investigating the chest. We found. I don't know. Maybe our lucky day.
Please, try not to touch too much. Let me check to see if this is trapped. And I'm gonna do find traps, druid spell.
Voice.
And while he does that, I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
And it's a 120-foot area or range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you guys, as you go to cast the spells, both spells fail.
Huh.
Shenanigans.
Divination.
Yeah. It seems that our previous challenge with these types of spells is still affecting us even outside the castle.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna look around the chest and just browse with my eyes, see if I find anything.
All right. Make an investigation check.
Because there's the big one, and then how many little ones around it?
There's probably like 3 or 4. They're just varying sizes. Do you open any of them or no?
I'll mage hand
7.
open a small one. Oh, go
Open
ahead.
the small one.
17.
17. You don't see any physical evidence of like tampering or what looks like traps on any of the large one. Is that the one you were checking, right? The main one?
Yeah. The main one.
But you do see that there around the lip edges connecting the top and the bottom, there does seem to be some carved runes that kind of go along all the way around the edges of it.
Kindred.
1 second. I'm opening a small one with mage hand.
It opens, and inside you can see that there are various small bottles, some of them with different levels of liquid. Most of them probably are only about 1 ounce to 2 ounces worth of liquid, but there's a bunch of there's about 6 bottles inside.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh.
Is there anything else like a piece of paper saying what said bottles are, or I'll have to figure it out?
No papers or anything. They are currently not labeled.
Okay, doke. So let's just put these in the bag and
And what
open
I'm-
the second small one. Oh, sorry.
What I'm gonna do first, but before anyone starts opening things, each time
Well,
I'm gonna do
One has already been opened.
yeah. After I noticed that, then I was
Yeah.
like, oh wait. I'm gonna do resistance on each person. Gives them a extra D4 for saving throw, just in case.
Okay. And mage handing the second one, as long as everyone's cool with that.
Yeah, why not?
You mage hand the second one, and you can see that this one contains a chest of armor. This one is really elegantly done, really shiny, silvered looking metal, like half,
This will go
almost
to
on half.
Pigog.
Oh, very! It looks like a good set of half plate armor of some kind.
Eloquent?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
Well,
that?
I'll just like kind
Moana
of.
song.
You're
So
welcome.
we'll sort
The
it out
shiny
later.
one.
We'll just find out what's all in there
Rudolph.
now.
Yeah, and then okay, mage hand, third one.
Resistance before. Oh no, same resistance. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. This one contains 2 scimitars, also laying one on top of the other. These are in what looks like a velvet-like setting on top. This looks like it was probably an offering of some kind.
Nice.
I will
Um,
take these and stash them.
So what was in there, Kindred?
It was 2 scimitars, but I'm proficient in these, so I'm gonna double edge this shit.
Do I believe him?
You can make a
I'll do a flourish with my hands and be like, I believe this.
I take out my own scimitar. Is it better than this one?
I don't know. We'll find out later, but and then I put them away as long as you're not trying to resist me with it.
Its initial Mollymock.
Oh,
Oh no! All right.
At least we know who dies.
So, Thalu, who's been standing there watching you guys go through all this stuff. There's still a city outside that is in the middle of a battle. Is this now really the time to go through this ship?
we want to make sure there's not anything that can come bite us in the ass later. And as we head over there, we want to just make sure all of our T's and I's are dotted and crossed.
She turns to
In case we
Galil.
find any provision.
Who is this hobgoblin?
Don't worry about her. She's on our side. But you're right. If any chance, maybe we should start getting this airship up. By any chance, do any of your guys know how to work it? I'm pretty sure some of my team knows how.
How to work?
Maybe before
The airship.
yeah, before you do that, let me go check on something. I'm gonna go back to the
Wait. Take someone with you, buddy system guys. There's a war.
basically I want to make sure those bombs are still there that I planted earlier.
That's actually where I was going right while all this was
Okay.
going on. I was
Okay.
gonna go
Okay,
check out the
okay.
navigation.
So
area.
you're going. So cutting then back to Iskra
Stay
as
in
you
contact, guys. Stay in contact.
go. as
Buddy
as
system.
Iskra goes up to the command deck to the bridge there of the airship, you can see that there are a couple more bodies of the fallen soldiers. Some of them look like they have been torn apart by some wild animal. And you see the door kind of open slightly ajar that leads into the command center.
I mean, everyone knows we're here at this point. I'm just gonna fling it open.
Okay. flinging open on the inside, you can see that there's 2 more bodies that are like one slumped over one of the panels, one's on the ground. You can see that they've been run through with some sort of burning flame, it looks like.
Oof.
Okay. What is the condition of this room itself?
Make an investigation check.
It's all achy and full of blood everywhere. Gross.
I imagine like as soon as you walk in, you like walk
19.
through spider webs.
No, the webs were inside the consoles and
Mhm.
underneath.
But in the blast, they like got slit everywhere.
Right, I try to fling the door open and it just gets like jammed.
Ooh. All right, so
Do we have access
what was
to our new spells since we leveled up, by the way?
not yet.
It was 19 is what
19? Okay. Checking around the room, you can tell that there are several of the panels, wooden panels that have been like taken off hinges and placed to the side. And what looks like the underside of this main control panel that you are somewhat familiar with, it looks like there's still webbing in there. Some of it looks burnt. Some of the console itself looks like it had been on fire or burnt. But that's about the extent. You can see that a lot of the connections, the runes and the symbols that mark several tubes and cable wires that kind of go down to other sections of the ship. It looks like some of them are intact, though some of them are damaged.
My bad.
All right. Okay, well, this is good to know. I'm gonna message down to everybody. Checked out the navigation area. It's in semi-working order, maybe?
Could you check underneath the main big console? I put 2 bombs there, but be careful.
Right. This is probably important. I'll go take a look for those.
Okay. Looking around for those, you don't see them.
Are you sure you put them in here?
Yeah, I used the spider web and stuck them underneath the console. And
I'm like all like up
You're all
underneath
looking
it,
underneath. Yeah.
I really don't see anything.
If you try
so
turning it on and off.
2 bombs are missing.
I look around
That
to
is
see if there's
Somewhat
like
concerning.
any debris that looks like the bombs would have gone off in here and they just didn't do as much damage as we expected.
Right? Maybe
Well-
it just like went. Pff.
Well, look for those pebbles. We stashed a bunch in the bomb, so if the pebbles are around, we know they went off.
Yeah, like, are there any like little rocks anywhere?
All right.
Are they
make
embedded in someone's body?
Make an investigation check as you're looking around for these bombs or evidence of them.
That was just an 8, so.
Okay.
who knows?
There doesn't seem to be any sort of like evidence of these bombs or any of the little rocks that had been inside them. You don't see any evidence of like burned twigs or anything that looks like explosion marks. It looks like there had been a fire that had cleared out some of this webbing, but there was still the webbing that remains on the other parts of this console itself.
Somebody must have walked away with them. I don't see them here. And no sign that they went off.
You say that to all of us, right?
Yep.
So then at that moment, you see Malzahar slither out from my robes and just head out the room. And I told him just to start searching. And if he finds them, come back to me.
Okay.
I'd
But
say
to be careful.
I'd say we need to get someone to find the engine room. I never got to see it, but if I were gonna disable this ship because I knew it was about to get taken,
Are you saying that
Yeah.
in there
Yeah.
or in Spice Murmur?
Spice Murmur.
She did
Okay.
this. No.
Kendrick, let's just
Would
put
I
all
know
these
where
in our-
the engine room should be? In a ship like this?
This is a different design than the ones that you have than the one you've only been kind of familiarized with the Reclaimer, and it's a lot smaller scale and layout, different layout.
Or, excuse me, elemental room at Ravnica.
Does Aliquin recognize the layout by any chance? Since he's been on airships too.
You can make a history check for Aliquin. See if this rings any bells.
17?
17?
Yeah, 17.
The airship that Eloquent had been in when he was in Ravnica was more similar in shape and design to the Reclaimer in its size than it had been to this massive scale. He had seen some, but as far as ships go, this is probably, I would say that there is some similarity he would find in like larger sailing vessels, being that he was from a fishing village. He'd seen larger sailing vessels, so there's some more similarities to that than any of the airships he's familiar with, if that makes sense. All right. So Kindred.
Let's just put all these in our bags of holding and then
Well,
go.
how big is the big chest? Because my
Big.
bag's starting to get pretty full.
I
Yeah.
have my bag too.
Oh, will it fit?
No.
Yeah, I don't keep as much shit in it like you
Well,
do.
I meant the literal
size.
dimensions of it.
The dimensions of it, it's probably about 2 feet to 2.5 feet wide and about 4 feet long, or 4 feet, 4 feet wide,
So
about 3 feet. It's not going to fit inside the bag.
No.
And we opened all the little chests. You said there were only 3, right?
There are 4. So you had
Okay,
one that had the
last
little bottles. There was the one that had the scimitars. You find this other one that contains some what looks like books and journals and ledgers.
Jackpot. Okay, just emptying it, and the big one won't fit, but
We can leave it here. Can you just set up an alarm here?
10 minutes. I feel like we might as well just open it then.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Let me
Oh,
me know when.
okay. And
Let me
then
know
I'll
when
just
to open it.
I'll look down and read. See, can I read the runes?
Did he tell you that there were runes there?
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make a little copy of the runes on my hand.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Do
glance
you
at them
recognize these,
too.
by the way?
Make a Arcana check with disadvantage.
Me too.
No, Kindred.
Oh. Arcana 18.
Okay. It looks like it is some sort of spell, some sort of warding spell, perhaps. But like there are bits that are missing from his, because he can only show you so many pieces of it at a time, that it's not really sure what it is exactly.
Where were they at? I'll just go look at the chest then. Where'd you see them?
Khalil's frozen forever.
Well, uh-huh.
Dum dum dum! Too late. He opened it, the box, and died. This was how.
That was the enchantment that was on the box.
Yeah, he's frozen now
It
forever.
broke the fourth wall and froze him.
You know, that's just why
It's
you
the
don't
curse.
mess with the DM before the game starts.
Wow.
Because you just
full circle.
Oh no! Hold on, I'll fix.
He just got banished.
Oh wow, there he goes. There he is.
That was great.
Am I back? Am I back?
You're
Okay,
back.
there I am.
That was amazing.
My
That was-
whole entire Wi-Fi just said "fuck you."
Well, you know, that was pretty great. I see your message now on my Zoom froze. I thought you looked so focused for once. Well done, Elvie. Well
Right.
done. No, but this is what happens whenever you get into a fight with the DM at the beginning.
Hey, don't start with me.
Okay, so now that was done, Kindred
So
had
what happened
asked.
last?
Kindred had asked you if where you had seen the runes.
Oh, right over here at
And
the inlay of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put on my spectacles. No.
And as you look over, you can see more of the rooms. It is some sort of abjuration spell, but the exact markings of it are different than what you have seen before.
All right. Just. Because I know we're rushed for time. Dispel magic, 3rd level.
Okay. Let's see here.
And I get improved abjuration on it now.
Also, resistance. If I see that he's going to try to do something to it, giving him resistance.
And you cast it at 3rd level, right? You said.
Yep.
All right. So I need you to make
Roll.
a ability check using your spellcasting modifier.
And my proficiency bonus.
Oh, because of the improved abjuration.
Yep. So I get a +9 to whatever I roll.
I'm going to back away a bit.
16 plus 9, 25.
25. The you see the runes and get that like probably something along this, and start casting your dispel. As you can see, the runes for a second all along the top and bottom lip of that edge just light up and then fade and fizzle, psst, almost like they were burned off and are no longer on the wood itself.
Do I open it now?
Wait, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Mage hand.
You see the little
Did
spectral
you freeze
hand.
again?
No. As you reach,
I'm just like this,
you go-
ready
Oh,
to
okay.
open it, and
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
a little mage hand.
yeah, goes in, lifts the lid of the trunk open, and you see there a pile of gold coins.
Okay, just put them all in your bag. We'll take it. We'll go. But let's, yeah, like she said.
Yeah, and I start putting.
You turn
everything
around, Thalu's already gone.
I start putting everything into the.
Into that bag.
1.
I'm not Boricor. I'm literally doing everything.
Oh my god.
I hope
Okay,
you just turn it upside down.
you spend at
Basically,
least
it'd be
5
heavy.
minutes worth of time just shoveling all these gold coins and gems. You see a couple of gems here and there inside into your bag of holding.
Oh, he found the treasure!
While they're doing that, I'm going to be looking for the room where the elementals are kept, just in case
Kindred,
the
go
bombs made
help
their way
them.
down there.
I have
Okay.
Oreo to keep me company.
Is there
Okay.
anything in the rooms that I'm checking? It's like a quick open door.
Well,
See
yeah,
if
you
there's
because you've already met up with everybody on that second floor. You had already checked the bottom floor, and there had just been the ones that you had seen already, plus a couple more rooms that had like the storage. There were storage and supply rooms, and a couple of the crew quarters. That was all you had seen on that bottom floor. Coming to the second floor was where I said you had met up with everybody else. Did you keep moving after that, or did you stay with everybody?
Yeah, I would like to just keep checking all the rooms
Okay.
for any people.
No, you haven't seen anybody.
Okay.
You can
And then-
go back
and
up to
then-
the second deck if you wish.
If I don't, then yeah, if I didn't see anyone, I would just meet up with everyone again.
Okay, so nobody on the third deck. You're staying on the third deck, or you're going back up to the
That's
next
up
one
to you,
because this is you're just on the third deck right now, with everybody else. So you can go
Okay, then I'll
back
go
up
up to
the second deck.
I'll go up to the second deck. Yeah.
Start looking around. Make an investigation check for me. As you're doing so, you can see the knights as you go up there. Eventually, the two knights and the wizards kind of follow you, and they kind of mutter, talking amongst themselves as they head up to the top of the ship, and then pass you up as you kind of looking
20.
around the ship. 20. Looking around in these rooms, you find that these rooms have like the dining hall or the dining room, or there's like this looks like more of like what would have been a passenger lounge aboard the ship. You can see that they have been refitted for movable cannons that can be opened up onto the side, so it's almost like a galleon, where it can have those like the portholes that open up for the cannons to move up to the side. That's basically where you can set them up on each side of the room. At the very front of the ship, you find what looks to be like the captain's quarters, and the door is locked there.
Ooh. Can I break it down with my powers? Kick it in.
You can give it a try.
No.
We have another. Are we going to go through another door episode now?
Yes.
Can we try to
Now's the hard
turn
one
the-
went up one. So does he run into Sonder?
Eventually, by the time he's at the door.
Okay, if he sees you, he'll just like slither onto you if you'll let him.
Okay. What should I roll for that?
Roll to attack.
Roll to attack? Okay.
And did he find anything?
No, he did not find anything.
Okay.
Or at least no. I mean, he can't open any doors, and the doors he can't slither
Right,
under.
so
So yeah, he did not find anything.
Okie doke.
Soul, what
Okay,
are you
that's
doing?
gonna be
You said you're going to go back up
23.
to the controls.
Once I saw that everyone was fine opening all those chests, yeah, I'm gonna go back up to the top deck.
Okay, Iskra, what are you doing?
Like I said, I'm gonna be looking for
The engine room.
the bombs,
Correct. Got it.
and which I believe are probably in the engine room.
All right. So you go down to the second deck, and that back end of it is where you find the room that would equate to like the elemental storage. Go ahead and make an investigation check as you enter that. Sonder, what did you roll?
23.
23. Alrighty. That 23 hits. Go ahead and roll for unarmed attack on the door.
That is 7 damage.
7 damage. You kick the door in, and it kind of buckles and splinters a little, but it's not giving in.
It's not coming in.
Mm-mm.
Can I try again?
I mean,
Or do I know that it's not gonna?
You can see that there are 2 large metal bands that cover a good portion of this door. It's slightly more ornate looking than the rest. That's why I said it kind of has that look of like maybe the captain's quarters or something.
I'll go and let everyone know in the Spice Murmur.
Okay.
I think I found the captain's quarters here on the second level. If anyone wants to check it out, does anyone have a key for this?
I have luck picks.
Luck picks? I don't know what to do that thievery shit. So if you want to come up here and open it, feel free to.
Very shit.
I
Okay. I'm on my
I
way.
I could
Okay.
help with that actually.
All right. So, for sake of expediency, Go ahead, Galil, and roll, or Soul, whichever one of you is wanting to try to attempt this door.
I have these tools on me.
Just
So
closer.
do I.
Whoever has
No,
whoever
whichever-
who's proficient in this.
How do you tell?
It's on this.
It's under
It'll be
proficiencies, right?
under proficiencies.
Yeah, it's under your proficiency.
Yeah, I have these tools under proficiencies.
All right. So either one of
Same.
you can make this roll. That's up to you.
Could we do that thing where like you help each other?
Yeah, sure. So one of
Okay.
you would roll with advantage.
What do you roll for that though? Is it
It's
sleight
your
of hand?
dexterity check plus your proficiency bonus for these
Got it.
tools.
Which is
Okay.
just proficiency.
Okay, so for me, I would get a +7,
Okay.
I think. Dex
Alright,
plus
go.
proficiency.
Dex plus proficiency is +8 for me, but
Okay.
I'm,
well,
on my,
I'll,
I'm on my way up there, so
That's
you're
fine.
closer?
Soul, you were closer. So you go ahead and roll.
okay.
Thunder just waiting.
You're on
15.
hold. Wait for our next representative. We'll reach you as soon as possible.
I had to do math.
You said 17? 15? Okay.
15.
The door opens.
Hey, math is hard, guys.
I'll have staff ready. Just ready.
Okay.
And enter the room. SWAT style.
and I get there just now. Oh, you opened it finally.
Alrighty. So, as you get to the room and are able to go inside, you can see that this room is indeed the captain's quarters. And by captain's quarters, it appears to have been Gabriel's sanctum.
Ooh, I want to look for a book.
Okay.
The book.
Are you just looking around? Do
Yeah,
an investigation
look
check.
around. Anything shiny?
Soul,
There's
as
all
you
these like. I was gonna say there's all these like coins and gems and weapons and stuff, and he's like, I'm just looking for a book.
19.
19.
The myth was in there, you know.
Soul, as you are looking, as you guys enter this room, Soul, it just feels dark. And like there's a heaviness that hangs in the air in this room. And the both of you can, Soul, you feel it just from the, like a presence of great evil and darkness. Sonder, you feel it as well. It's almost oppressive, the feeling of this room. Like there are portholes that are built into the walls, like rather large ones, but they are covered with, one of them has a covering of like a large map. What looks like a depiction of Faerun itself, with various lines moving about, probably some sort of military significance. You can see on the other wall there is what appears to be some sort of shrine, in the very center of which is like that same 5-headed dragon symbol of Tiamat, but each of the dragons looks like they are stretched with some sort of leathery reptilian skin of each of the corresponding colors. You can see that there is like little chalices and bowls, some of it filled with like reddish liquid, some of it dried already at the edges. You can see there is a bed. It's not a super large room, but compared to the other rooms where everyone's having to share, this one is a larger space for one person on their own. There is a small desk with some writing implements, a couple of crystals of various kinds, like large, almost amethyst-looking crystals. Some of it like dark obsidian glass-looking pieces that are just sitting there on the desk itself. There are several books here.
think the shrine is what's really going to get me. I'm gonna walk up to that, and I'll make a sketch of it.
The closer you step to it, the deeper your heart
Darker.
sinks.
I will
Galil,
I'm
as
gonna
you
put my
take a
hand
deep breath and
on Sonder and kind of be like, "Be careful. Something does not feel right in here."
I feel it as well.
Galil, as you're
I'll take a
like
deep breath.
standing there at the doorway, kind of looking around. It just looks. You two kind of have that feeling of just something's off. What were you gonna say, Sonder?
I'm
You
gonna
take a deep breath.
focus my ears, by the way,
Okay, got it.
and hear the prayer.
Try to hear anything. Okay, Sonder, what are we gonna do?
Bahamut, cleanse this place of its darkness, and show me the direction I need to go. I feel a looming evil in here. And I'll walk towards the shrine.
Ooh.
What does it look like it's made of?
The
You
shrine
said there was
bits
like
of
leather.
the leather. Make an investigation check.
Oh. Oh, okay. 20 again.
20 again. Leaning closer and kind of studying the scales that are used to depict this symbol. It's almost looks like a shield, kind of similar to the shields that you'll see of like paladins of Bahamut. But this shield, or piece of metal, it has that 5-headed dragon in there. And the closer you get, you can see that this is like skin. It's just
Like
of
dragon
each-
skin or
or dragonborn.
of each of the dragons? Oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh.
You can see where it's kind of
Shoot.
like welded and like nailed into the shapes. Like it's a really crude blacksmithery, but it's the more you look at it, the more you can tell it's like it's made to look menacing. Like it's not just crudely made, it is made to look and feel violent. Your attention
The
gets
shield is evil. Yeah.
your attention after that little prayer gets, your eyes keep getting pulled back to that map on the wall.
Okay. I went to. Is there like a cloth or a blanket that I can cover the shield with?
I mean, you can see that there are the silken blankets that cover the bed itself.
I'll just take them off and throw them over the shield, the metal thing, and then I'll head over to the map.
Okay, you cover it. You head over to the map. You gonna look at it, or you're taking it? What are you doing?
I'm gonna look at it first, and then point at Galil and say, "Don't touch that shield."
I kind of figured.
Yeah. Yeah, don't touch that shield.
Nah, I want to poke it.
Thank God Renan's not here.
What seems to be like the main points of the? You said that there's like pins inside of the. map?
There's different
Some
markings
military-
and such. You can see that the. Hold on, let me get the right paper. There is. There on the map, you can see that there are different markings near all of the major cities. And it kind of reminds you of the map that you guys had found before,
Yeah.
from the hobgoblins that had the movements of the Thayan army as they had come across each of the cities of the Alliance and had moved eastward. Now you can see that there are what appear to be battle lines that have been drawn further eastward, almost encroaching on the Anorak Desert itself, as they have now covered most of the entirety of the Dragon Coast.
Okay.
But you do see there is let's see here. Is it over here? I seem to have misplaced the paper. But there is
So did
a
we all
location.
Meet up with them.
No, I mean you guys hadn't said you were going to. It
Okay.
was just the three of them.
Because I just
Son-
heard him talk to Galil when I was with
Oh,
Galil.
Galil had
now.
left you though, to go unlock the door. Sonder, there is a noticeable spot that seems to. There are 5 like almost gem encrusted pins that are on different points of the map. And you see there is a blue down to the south of Kalimport. There is the white one that is over by Silvery Moon. There is a red gem that is
Oh,
in
shit.
Neverwinter.
Okay, I got this. Wow. So now we know what each dragon.
There is a
What
green.
I'm assuming, each dragon.
Oh, we'll get there. There is a green that is east of Baldur's Gate in the middle of the Wormwood. And there is a black
Let me write these down.
that is going over towards the Sea of Fallen Stars.
Why?
And that is where we're going to go on
Where's
break.
that black? What?
I take my camera out, take a picture
Where
of
was
the
the
map.
There was the red one.
Neverwinter.
Send us a. Can you send, or just tell me all the ones again? I'm just gonna.
Red, Neverwinter, blue, Kalimport, white, Silvery Moon, green.
Or after this,
The
we can just
Baldur's Gate?
rewatch this
Yeah.
the episode.
and black
But yeah.
Sea of Fallen Stars. Okay.
Yeah, the Forest of Worms, there is a green, is the Forest of Worms. And then out near the Dragonmere is where there is the black, like, onyx-looking gem. And we will be back in about 10 minutes, guys. So stay tuned as we figure out what is going to happen next.
Nice.
Okie dokie. We are back. Hooray. All right. So, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and jump right back in.
It's a pizza party.
Yeah, we're having a pizza. It's funny because I think I had pizza, you had pizza, Kindred has pizza. Who else has pizza? Galil, do you have pizza?
Pesto.
You're eating pesto. Oh, it's Italian. It's Italian
That's
night.
Italian.
Hey, yeah, that's
Barbe-
totally what it is.
Barbecue.
Okay, yeah, that does sound really good.
He's
Italian
sus.
barbecue is such a thing.
Yeah,
Even possible. Yes, it is.
it is. All right.
Go with our aliens theme.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were discussing aliens a moment ago because that's how our conversation goes.
Yep. And
Looting,
lizard people.
people, dragons, etc., etc.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
Okay. So. All right. So we have Sonder, Galil, and Sol there within what appears to have been Gabriel's room aboard the ship. As you guys are, let's do this one. Looking this over, Sonder, you're looking at the map and finding these little gemmed pins put into different places on the map of Faerun itself. Kindred, what are you? Oh, go ahead, Sonder. What are you doing? I was just giving you a minute since you were eating, but then I realized Kindred's also munching.
Oh, I'm going
The whole
to
party is eating.
where each gem is according to the color. I'll just put in replacement of it like a little dot and then red or white or green. And I'm going to take the gems off and take off the map and roll it up. And just take it with me.
All
Is
right.
the map sentient? Does it start singing, I'm the map, I'm the map?
I burn it then.
Oh, how did I not see that one coming?
That'll be like Saunders' best friend.
I still burn it.
And that's
This
all it
was-
does the entire time for all of existence. It just keeps saying, I'm the map, I'm the map.
Yeah, that's
his
it.
curse.
It's a curse. The curse of the map. And the whole time it just keeps saying, justice for Tyrion laws, justice for Tyrion laws. All right. So, what are you guys doing? For expediency's sake, I forgot we were gonna do this. Iskra, you do find the engine room, and it does seem to be mostly in working order. There are still no signs of the bombs, but you do see that the engine room seems to be functioning still. Nothing seems to be really messed with or looks out of place in the engine room itself. Renan, I need you to do. Okay, let's see here.
So many saving throws.
Yeah.
All of them.
All the checks.
All the checks. As you are
And some
going
soda.
over to the dragon and starting to appraise it, I need you to make a nature check for me.
Good signs. Good signs.
For now.
This is true.
Guidance. No.
So that is a 19 for the nature check.
19 for the nature check. Okay. So going over the body, kind of you're looking over to see what looks salvageable, what you could possibly harvest from the body itself.
Okay.
Let's see.
Claws, teeth, wings, horns,
Right. Well, yeah, I have a list of things. Don't
and
worry.
scales.
So doing that,
And toes, knees and toes.
gosh dang it, guys. Okay.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now I'm going to need you to make a dexterity check. Just on its own. You don't have. Do you have a proficiency in nature? I don't think so. So just I need you to make a dexterity check. Then
A dump stat.
yeah. Well, because this will be his like the sleight of hand of like getting all the pieces together and seeing what he can find.
22.
22?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, over the course of the next half hour to 45 minutes, you are able. There's a significant amount of like the dragon flesh itself that you can harvest. If you are wanting, there are some prime pieces of meat there. You get enough. Do you have on you? Do you have any vials or anything that you can put stuff into, or you're just with a sharp stick kind of going at this?
Sharp steak.
Because
Well, I can use my sword.
all right, well, so you can chop things. Great. I mean, you know. All right, so you get with that.
I have a small knife.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna cut it literally.
Breaks.
Oh, I would say
I have Frostbrand for whatever I decide to try to use that for.
okay. So we'll say over the course of the next 45 minutes, you are able to get 5 dragon teeth. You have and those weigh about like 12 pounds worth. You have 6 different dragon bones you can grab. You do have 1 dragon horn.
Yes.
You have a bag. You can probably load up a large bag worth of dragon scales that you're able to gather.
Man, you went full on Monster Hunter on that.
And then because you rolled high enough, you are also able to remove the dragon breath pouch from its neck without it bursting on you. But
That would have been bad.
but only just barely.
Oh.
By any chance, can I freeze one of his eyes and pull it out?
I mean, if that roll, sure. Grab one of his eyes.
Cool.
Bear Grylls over here.
Not a single
But
piece
I
shall
would
be
say-
wasted.
But I would say, like, since it seems like you are doing this by yourself, we'll put it to like about an hour's worth of time to doing this yourself, because it's a large creature.
Yeah, and they, like as soon as combat ended and I jumped off the ship, that's when I would have started. So I don't know how much time has passed with them doing other stuff anyway.
Well, the door took us quite some time.
Both of
It
them.
Great, we've broken back into the closet.
Oh my god.
Got me trapped in the closet.
Wow. I just got that.
I'm out of the closet. No.
Oh no. Oh no. We're devolving. It's quickly devolving.
This is
All right.
going downhill.
So, as you guys are gathering back together, what are you guys doing?
Well, I would
I
like
would-
to argue that I would have went with Galil. Just because I don't want to split up from the group initially.
I mean, technically you're with Aliquin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Aliquin
So
was
then-
there with you.
Oh, okay, then that was fine then. So then we'll give it a couple minutes. Go meet up with the group.
Did we tell everyone about that room we found, me and Sander?
Well,
I
I was there
sit it
too.
on the-
And Galileo, right?
mean, we saw y'all go up the stairs.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
so me and Aliquin go meet up. We let them do their thing. And Sauter, grab those books while you're in there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
Did I
then
find books?
Yeah, there was a
What
couple.
else
There was a couple
was
books.
in there?
You said that there's crystals in there, right?
Yeah.
There was some that were
onyx or obsidian.
on. There was some that were there
I
on.
open up my bag. Just toss it in here too.
Okay, you are approaching the limits
Guys,
of your
please be careful.
bag of holding.
I am.
How much stuff
I
do you
am.
have? How much stuff do you have in there right now? Pound wise,
Not that
like
much, to be honest.
like weight wise.
Pound wise?
What's your weight of stuff? Because you can only carry 500 pounds worth of.
and then once it
things.
I
hits
know.
that, it burst open. So
Oh wait, how much was the gold though altogether, pound wise?
I thought we don't count it.
No, well, this is a lot of gold.
Oh.
Yeah. I just need to know that one because
Normally, if it's just like a little bag, I'm not counting it towards the weight of anything. But, you know, you're carrying currently 10,000 gold pieces.
Jesus.
how much does it weigh?
So this is why I had put that in the poll. So
Still buying dinner for the next 100 years.
right, basically. Let me double check what I did. So currently that is 200 pounds worth of gold.
And how big
Yeah.
was the original chest? It was 2 by 4 feet.
It was like 3 by 4 or 4 or 5, 4.5. Yeah, it was like almost 3 feet back.
Well,
Okay.
But for
So then,
expedience,
while they're, I was just saying, while they're going through Gabriel's room, knowing that we're probably going to get a lot more stuff, we still got a dragon haul. I thumb through my book, start doing some stuff, and you see the tiny little FedEx elemental pop up, and I'm just like, you just want to stuff it in here?
I have like 400 pounds so far.
I mean, well, it's 400 pounds that we're going to free up, and I'll send it straight to the castle.
Am I
Yeah.
there? I'm there, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you also going to send the scimitars too?
No, I'm carrying them on me. I'm going to identify them. But as far as gold
Okay.
and the weight, well, y'all are doing the room. I'm kind of outside while y'all are doing y'all's thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys are all together now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll just fill it up and we'll send it, and then we can count it later.
Yeah, just send my whole entire bag of holding.
Oh no, not the bag. No, just dump all the gold out and we'll fill it up.
I'll do that.
by the way,
Empty out some of it.
we should probably get to the people that are needing us
Yeah.
soon.
Iskra found has Iskra?
Yeah, I if you've said anything to me, but I guess at this point, since an hour is passing,
Well, I just
I would've-
keeping the boy busy.
Keeping
wandered-
the boy busy.
I would have wandered around the ship after finding the room where the elementals are housed to try to locate everyone else. So, once I do, I didn't find the bombs, but both the navigation room and the room with the elementals are in good condition, relatively. So we might be able to fly this.
I know how to do that.
Yeah,
Wait,
I can
not
help
there.
too,
Oh.
if we have enough crew. The
I mean,
the
I'll do what I
elemental room
can.
is going to take more people to staff and probably navigation than the reclaimer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Alcuin knows how to.
Yeah,
if I recall.
Aliquin will have told you guys that a ship this large needs more than just a couple of people to man it. That's why there was such a larger crew. It's like, so we'll have to train
No.
some more people how to fly this before we can get it off the ground.
There we
Is
go.
Renan-
this
Renan-
something?
Are you?
Rather than the bones, can we switch out the bones for claws?
Sure. I mean, yeah, that's fine. All right. So, An
There you
hour
go.
having
Get ready.
passed.
That's to be it.
Is Thalu still around? Would I have ran
He left.
into
They've
whatever?
already left. They gave up. They were not waiting around.
Oh, I'm sad I missed her.
Is
But
this something that we want to work on tonight, or shall
need
If
to
we
we go?
don't do this
We
now,
need to go now.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
are you guys still on the inside of
So-
the ship while you're saying this?
Yeah.
So yeah, my chest is 3 by 3 by 3, so the majority of the gold would have fit, I assume. I send it straight to I always forget, is it Brazel or Bravel?
Brazel?
Brazel.
Brazil, yeah.
So yeah, it goes straight to Brazel, and then I assume it all goes through. It doesn't come back to me.
Correct.
Okay. So then we freed up that much amount of space. So then after that, I'm just like, what do y'all need me to do?
Dragon bones.
Dragon
Sonder-
balls?
Sonder is proficient in airship communication, relaying the messages, navigation, and maintenance, and flying sea and air vehicles. So I'd get with you guys about what needs to be done to get this ship flying, even with the big hole in it.
Make a intelligence check for me. As from just going over for like the last hour of Iskra telling you and you going to see what needs working and stuff. We'll just go within this hour's time of things.
18.
18. From looking at the navigation and knowing about the hole in the side of the ship, it's gonna take at least a week of work to get this to repair the ship enough to be able to fly without structurally falling apart in the air. If there was like any big storm
There
or
we
any
go.
big amount of air, gusts would just tear the holes. You know,
Would we
in
be able
the
to? Would we be able to fly it to the location of our current ship, or is it?
It's going to be seen as big as this one is. So there's no way we could hide it.
Hmm.
So do we want to spend the week, or let's just spitballing? Do we want to just crash it into something?
I think we should keep it. If the rebels win, which Alan,
It's a good battleship.
I wasn't
Yeah.
able to find Thalu. How's the fight going?
here. Oh, wait for a moment. Iskra, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, I think I'm at the edges of hearing you. Battle is winning. You seem to be doing fine. You hear me? Still there?
You're choppy,
Choppy is canon now.
but I get the point.
Be careful gathering at the portal.
Portal? I don't say that to him. I say it to everybody around. Like,
Would I know what portal he's referring to more than likely?
Have no idea. I mean, not that you're not sure what portal he could be talking about.
Right.
which direction are you? From the Vault of Sages.
North.
And then I repeat that a couple times
Yeah.
to make sure he hears the whole question.
Going north. Outside of the city.
Oh,
Making it
Excuse me.
back. And then
it
doesn't.
must be with. It must be where those. The Hidden Grove. No. Hold on. Man, that's not it. I'll find it.
All right, what are you guys doing?
What about Amaranth? I look at everybody.
She's gone.
What do you mean gone?
How, yeah, how do we know that?
Defeated?
I know that.
Insight
It's gonna
check.
be tomorrow. She's gonna be tomorrow's problem.
I mean, if you want to do an inside check, you can.
I do. Ooh, 19.
Go ahead. I mean, he looks like. Go ahead, Gileel.
Telling you the truth, dude.
Watching you, Wazowski. Okay.
But I know that she's not alone.
Well, yeah, she has a part of my soul. Well, Dad's soul.
What do you mean not alone?
I'll tell y'all later. But let's just get the airship going.
Can we coast it
Yeah,
towards
that's what I mean.
Aelin?
If
can-
we're careful, it might be our fastest chance.
And just
Are
like
we-
keep it low to avoid like
To get it up and out of, to get it moving again, would require at least a day's worth of work.
Oh.
If we need to get
I'm just
to the
saying,
city
fully to
fast,
get it fully fixed would take about a week. To get it just moving again would be about like a good day's work of like working through the night, kind
Okay.
of.
Okay. Then
I
If
roll.
you
can
had- if
help
you had
us
more-
get to the city on time.
If you had more
I
people
hope.
than
Yeah,
just
that's rough.
yourself, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
If
we
you
don't
have-
have that time right now. Should we just leave the ship and come back for it?
I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Well,
I think.
I
that's
mean,
probably safe.
it can't really go anywhere.
I don't
Just-
think we have any other options.
There are
That is
people who
true.
need our help right now.
and if we're winning, so I'm just I was thinking they were gonna take it back, but yeah. Where did Aelin say to rendezvous?
It's good.
He said they're north near the portal, which doesn't mean much to me, but on the north side of the city.
Portal.
Okay, I can help with us. We
Did
can.
he mean north near the porno shop? No.
Portal.
Oh my god.
He wasn't coming in very clear. He could have meant that.
Don't encourage
I
him.
need to see I need to see a directory right now if there's any porno shops on the north side.
Oh,
So-
Lord.
Chastity Snook.
Just
Oh no.
Oh. Okay.
So how are we gonna get there?
Follow me.
Well,
I got the bird.
I was gonna say that I was gonna conjure horses, but I kept on getting interrupted. So now there's no horses for nobody.
I'm gonna bring my owl
I'm
towards
gonna
me
turn
and
this
then
ship
have it fly
around.
me up.
You're gonna take the owl and you're gonna do what?
I'm gonna fly up really high and see if I can see like a bright light or a portal like towards the northern area
Okay.
from where I'm
So,
Yeah.
Okay. So with the owl, how many times a day can you use it?
at. It's once a day, but I didn't dispel it. So
How long does it last?
and it lasts for 8 hours.
Okay, cool. Just want to double check. So the owl, which has
Just kinda
been
does its thing.
hanging out in the corner, menacingly in the dark, just going, whoo, whoo.
It will protect itself if I don't give it a directive.
Yeah.
So
So I
yeah.
imagine it's not too far in the distance.
Woohoo.
You know, whoo. Giant owl noises continue. The owl you summon as a flews down. Oh my lord, it's spreading.
lose
As
stuff.
it flies down and swoops you up to the to get a higher vantage point. You soar above the vault of stages, making slow circles as it slowly rises higher and higher. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, as I'm assuming all of you are getting onto the deck of the ship by this point,
Yeah.
peering over the edge,
27.
looking at Renan and covered in blood, dragon blood, as he just completely has a
Going
chopped
full on
whale on the
Escalator.
side. Yeah, full Tuscan Raider.
27.
27.
Perception.
Okay. All right. So let's see. With the 27, you're looking out over the city. You can see how much of this fire has spread through different parts of Silvery Moon. You can see the several distinct spots, specifically in the city, where it looks like there had been Thayan encampments are now the source of many of these large plumes of inky black smoke lit from below by the fires that are like slowly going on through the city. The air up here is brisk and cold, and you can hear echoing through the city the occasional cracks of like thunder and lightning, flashes of explosions still kind of in the distance to the north. You can see that on the northern part of the city there is a large fire in what looks like some sort of encampment, and that is where most of the activity seems to be traveling. You can see what looks like the wreckage of an airship smashed into one of the walls to the north. Part of the wall itself having crumbled, taking the brunt of the airship as it had landed. But you can see that there is kind of a fire coming from that. Other than that, like the air is hard to see with the amount of smoke that is currently billowing up from the city itself.
Knowing the camps that we needed to destroy from the map that I had made, would I be able to tell that they're all like on fire or have been destroyed?
It looks like that's
Those
where
encampments?
most of the activity is. The barracks that had been inside of the city itself. Looks like those are the spots where most of the activity is focused or centralized.
Like,
you can see that there's some
Okay,
bleed
and then
over
the
of like the fire, in the neighborhood around it or whatever. But it looks like the biggest one was that war camp that was on the northern side of Silver Moon outside the walls, and that's currently where it looks like there is the most activity.
Okay. All right, I'll relay all of that to the group. Most of the damn encampments have been destroyed. Over at the north side of the wall, an airship seems to have crashed into it, crumbling a portion. I think we should head that way. And I'll
So
come
we-
back down.
So we have a direction now.
Yeah, north.
As you guys are now on the deck of the ship, you can see that there is and I guess Sandra, you would have seen this too, flying up in the air. You can see that there is smoke coming from some of the windows of the vault of sages itself.
Are there any people in the windows?
Not that you can see, but you can see the smoke coming out of some of the windows.
Can we fly over to where our rooms are at?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly over to my room.
Okay. The smoke
And
coming
then-
from the front center area. Like where you guys had fought before. That's where the smoke is coming from currently. And it's kind of billowing out.
Okay.
All able to see that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
are
now
you
that
guys
you
able
guys
to
are on
see
the outside of the ship, you guys can see that there's smoke pouring from like the bottom floors and some of the upper windows.
Should we be worried about that?
I'm gonna head that direction.
Indrid is just like
Since it's
death
also
grip.
gonna
I'm
be
like,
early
oh,
out
please
anyway.
don't let it be on fire. Please don't. Whilst watching Sandra go check it out.
Clutching his pearls.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to crash through my window.
I mean, okay. Sure. So as you like get dropped off on the balcony, you kind of do the little roll into the
Yeah.
room itself. It's dark and abandoned as you had left it.
Etheridge.
I just want to grab any things that I had missed and then ask everyone if they had missed anything in the room for me to grab.
We had got our stuff already.
Yeah, we got our stuff.
Everything? I don't remember
Yeah.
us going back.
Yeah.
We did it
You even
before.
got your stuff.
What? I don't remember that. Okay.
Did you get hit in the head?
I literally do not remember us actually going back to the rooms. We were
You
heading
got-
over there.
Yeah, you
Then
guys.
again, that was like
That's how
3
we had
weeks
the
ago.
south.
It was a while ago.
I
That
think
was
your
okay.
adrenaline's been kicked in too long. Come back. And you need to just like kind of take it easy.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you guys heading back towards the main area of the Vault of Sages? You can see that there is indeed a yellowish glow coming from within the windows of that section.
Let's, as much as it pains me to say this, let's just go north. Let's just meet up with the group. Let's stick to a plan before we keep getting side quest.
If they're winning, we could stop this.
Mhm.
Sonder?
It depends. There's many floors, and if it's all the way up, like it's.
We could take the snow and
I have an idea.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
focus
thinking.
my ears
Yeah.
and try focusing for anyone screaming out help.
that's good.
You don't hear anybody.
When I crash in, do I hear anything?
No?
Here,
No, it's just quiet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to. I want to stay on
Going-
the other side of the fire at the main entrance.
When you go to the front side of the Vault of Sages itself, there's still the same amount of smoke. It doesn't seem like the main entrance is on fire. It doesn't look like the building itself is on fire or anything like that. The closer you guys are getting this, you can see that there is a glow coming indeed from inside. There are sections that look like there's like slow burning or something, like the fire did start to spread, but it hasn't quite like spread to the building itself. The smoke is coming. If you guys are trying to get to the inside at all, or no?
Yeah.
Backdraft action. I want to go towards the glowing.
Okay, so going towards the glow, and you can see where the fire is kind of starting to spread near the stairwell where you guys had fought, but that is where the most amount of smoke is coming out from the stairwell that leads down. You can feel the heat and smoke rising up through the area, and it's just kind of covering and pooling up in that area.
I'll swoop low, grab some snow, and like hold water with it, and I'll follow Iskra to where she's going.
Okay, so the smoke's coming out of this like basement thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use some key to do my little cool wind tunnel that's been useful
Okay.
so far. Rush of the Gale Spirits. Right.
All right.
Yeah. And
All right.
gust of wind down through there to try to extinguish the flames,
Okay.
or at least
Go-
push the smoke out of the way. while
Pushing
we
this.
find our way down.
Yes, definitely able to push the smoke and clear a path as much as you can to that first level. You can see that most of the fire seems to be focused further down, but there does look like there had been a fire here on the first level where the first level of the library is. There's several spots that look like they had been blasted with some sort of magic. Like it looks like Kindred's attempts at setting stuff on fire, or you can tell there's sections that are burnt, but it hasn't like taken
Right.
over. Yeah, it looks like there was damage was done intentionally, but nothing.
So it's not a wildfire. It's a controlled fire.
At least on this
It
front,
wasn't
at least on
bugs.
this top floor, it's the lower floors that the most of the fire and the heat has come from.
but when you said where we initially started fighting,
Yes.
Renan had cast in rain clouds, so it was raining the entire time, right?
No, there wasn't a rain. It was
Okay.
just lightning.
Oh, just thunderclouds.
There's that one portion where there was
But that's-
fire that was starting that I put out, but that was in
Okay.
a hallway at a fireplace or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But we caused that one.
Oh shit!
And then we put it out.
What about
Yeah.
the guy that we locked in the closet?
That's my bad because I thought it was raining. Well, anyway, if you didn't object to it, Malzahar is still on you, Sonder.
Yeah.
How far away? We're
we
all
have
heading
been?
that way. So how far away is Sonder and Malzahar from me?
It's about 100 feet at this point from where you're on the outside, because you were kind of more hesitant to go in. So I'm assuming you're not
Oh, yeah,
chasing.
but now we're
chasing
making our
behind.
way. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like a floor below you.
Okay. So, who's with me? Aliquin. Put my hand on his shoulder. I go into Malzahar's senses since I have blind sight, and I will call out everything I see to give Sonder a lay of the land.
Okay.
Call out through what? What do you mean?
Or Spizemore.
Oh,
So
okay.
even though I don't hear myself saying it and I can't hear him respond back, I'm at least just going to call things out for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
you see that the first level of the library has been blown through. Basically, as you try and go further down using the gust of wind to blow out the fires, it just kind of kicks up a lot of burning pages. You can see that, you know how when like paper burns, it kind of like floats up in like these little pieces, and you can see that coming from that lower section of the further down you go, the more you can see this kind of blackened paper falling in bits and pieces around you, making it look like these black charcoal leaves that kind of just burrow down the burrow down
Don't
the tunnel.
look into it.
As
Don't
it
look.
can-
It's horrible.
but
cover
you see
Malzahar's
like
eyes.
second and third
So
floors. Yeah, the second and third floors are pretty much super ablaze right now.
Ooh. Mm-mm. Yeah, let's get that taken care of.
Right. I look to the second floor. I look at Sonder. Like,
Can I
you
cast?
want to try?
Yeah. I want to cast. Well, I want to like push any of the water that I have currently with me. How much was I able to gather from?
I mean, you don't have a whole lot. There
Oh.
was just like the amount of snow on the ground is like an inch at if that. So it's not like it was like, feet's worth of snow or anything.
Yeah.
I will say that over there, if you want to spend some time, you can try and save what you can. But at this point, it doesn't look like the fire can spread further up because the stairwell itself is made of stone. So there's not much except for the heat that's coming up. It's not going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah. We'll just.
But it seems
just
like
do what we can.
most of the scrolls and books that were in the lower sections is gone.
Okay. Yeah. If there's any fires that are around, I want to just have us put it out.
Yeah, I'll use create water. I can only do once. For
Then
now,
I'll
To
shake
do what
but-
you can, yeah.
So then we can both use it.
Make it rain.
I can go around to look for the smaller parts of like flames to do druid craft. I can snuff out small things of fire, like a campfire's worth of fire.
Okay.
Nice.
So
That's good.
I'll say over the next 30 minutes or so, you're able to kind of put out enough fire to where you know that the vault is not going to burn to the ground.
Okay.
But at this point, it's almost better to just let it burn itself out from down below and then see what's left.
Okay. Yeah, if we get to a point where we're like comfortable with it, then I say we head north.
All right. So, for again, kind of like jumping through with a little bit of expediency, you managed to make your way through the city. There is a fair amount of carnage around most of the barracks themselves. You can see that there are plenty of Thayan soldiers, the hobgoblins and a couple of the red wizards that you see bodies in various stages of having been blown apart, mutilated by fire, lightning, zapped, chopped, cut. It's a war. You can see that you can see how some of the civilians themselves seem to have been involved in the fighting as well, as they seem to have been caught in either the crossfire or in trying to turn on the empire itself.
That's good.
You
Hey,
continue to
Aliquin, do you still have that poultice I gave you?
which poultice? Yes.
My face strength silver thornberry?
Yeah, hold on, let me
He
look.
may not have put in his inventory, but I have it marked on mine that I gave him my last one.
Okay, good, because I don't see it here.
I told him about it. I probably didn't because it's a custom item. You have to like write it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't do that, so yeah.
Yeah,
Then I
that's
just
why I
need
kept
a
mine up.
focus.
Can I have that back?
Sure.
Well,
I write it down for him.
All right.
no, that was the last one. So,
Okay.
and then so I am still have the robes from the first set of wizards we took out on. I'll, when I can, and if need be, use myself as a decoy if we run into like a group or anything like that.
All right.
Is it worth doing that still?
Well, that's if we run into it and it's unavoidable.
Okay.
Okay.
I should really
Um,
heal.
I'll have my
As for the poultice,
I'll have my owl circle above us, looking out in case there's any incoming soldiers or Thanes.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for the owl.
Okay.
Going through the city, what
I don't
kind
have them
of
continually do that.
what pace are you guys going? You're just kind of going through the city, or you're like going quickly,
Jogging.
I would say like in bursts, like going quickly, but then like
slowing
waiting.
when it,
Yeah.
25.
25.
Wait. Hold on, I need to do for owl. I do for myself.
So we're not going to use the horses?
I know, 5e. Good.
That's probably going to be pretty loud on cobblestones and a group running through a war zone.
I mean, there's no point in running then if it's a war zone.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, it's being stealthy if it's a war zone.
6 plus 5. So 22.
22? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys make it through a good portion of the city before you guys hear Aylin's voice come through the spies murmur. Is anybody there? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
But
We
here,
hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, good. It's good to hear your thoughts again, I suppose. We're making our way back to the city now. We tried to chase them as far north as we could, but they're kind of bunched up near their portals to the north of the city.
so they have the portal.
That's where they're bringing in reinforcements from Faye, I suppose.
Were we able to take it down?
No, there's too many of them, at least not for tonight. Most of the forces we have are either wounded or out of magic.
There's a giant ship in the Voltish Sages that has cannons. If we can get it working, if we know anyone who has the ability to fix it, it would be a great help. Might be able to blow it up.
I'll
Yeah,
ask.
Big effort though.
I'll ask around. We've got some magic types. Maybe they might know something about working with that.
It's going to take every hand we can get for the night.
If we
I'll see
can
what we
get all
can-
the injured gathered together, I can do some mending for the group.
Oh, there's a couple of hundred of us. I don't think you've got that kind of power, Soul. But we'll do what we can. We're going to try and meet back there within the city. If you know of a safe... Well, I'll ask around. I know a couple of places we can go to. At least for the time being. Be safe.
Okay.
I think we've won this night, but... I don't know
Feeling-
for how long. Hey?
I don't know if you're aware, but stay out of the sewers. There's lizard creatures around somewhere.
We ran into a couple of them. Some of them were escaping through there on the north parts of the city, trying to mate up with their friends. Most of them, we got a good half of them at least.
Okay.
But all in due time. I'll meet back with you in the city. It should be not more than another hour or so. Just traveling kind of slow with the wounded.
There are plenty of rooms in the Vault of Sages if you want the forces to gather there, I think.
Is it safe
Kinda
now
look
there?
at everybody else.
Well, Amaranth,
Oh.
Amaranth is gone.
Shit.
According to Galil.
All right.
And then for the time being, the dragon's taken care of, so that's out of the picture as well. So it could be some sort of stronghold for the night.
Fighters are out there.
All right.
And if they want to work on the ship, it's in the courtyard, surrounded. So
I'll talk with Cor. He's here with me, and we'll see what we can get together. I'll meet you back soon.
Okay.
sounds good. Be safe.
You as well.
Kindred Sunder, you think we should go get the minnows and take it back to our ship and fly back to the vault?
We can.
It were
Yeah.
a couple miles, right? How long would it take us?
It was like what, a mile from. I think we
You
parked a mile
You
from.
parked 10
Silver
miles
Moon.
outside of Silver Moon.
10?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You still have
Because
your
you-
owl, though, right?
Wait, well,
Because-
the minnows were parked.
The
Yeah,
minnows were
you
the
do
ones that
still
were
have your
about a
owl.
mile outside of the city. You weren't
Yeah,
super close.
that's the one I meant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could go with Sandra. We could fly both minnows back. You guys go to the vault.
That could be smart. Maybe you could even pick up some of the wounded.
Well, who's the fastest? I feel like they should go get the minnows. Because we all know how to fly them, right?
Me and
Yeah.
Eloquin are.
I don't.
Right.
Breathe
Oh,
underwater.
wow,
Which
Take the-
point of order?
I've flown
Renan.
before.
Where are you putting all
Renan
this
would probably
dragon
be.
stuff?
Backpack.
Back.
30 pounds.
Well,
Okay,
you
let's
know.
go over.
Actually went over how much everything else weighed. Just
I know. Well, because
One
I didn't. That's why I was like,
He's got a pile for when we get there.
Chunks
Okay.
of meat on sticks.
the pouch itself is 15 pounds. The scales is 45.
Oh,
The
Bones.
the dragon horns, or the horn is 25. The bone weight, we'll say that with claws, etc., is another 20 pounds. The teeth is another 15 pounds. And you have another 30 or 50 pounds of dragon flesh at least.
I feel like if Winnoth was alive, he would be very hurt right now at you just dissing all of his
Yeah.
business.
First of all, it's a
I didn't
large.
grab the dragon flesh. Just the pouch, eye, scales, horn, claws, and teeth.
He might be proud that you, as a hunter, decided to like get everything that you could.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we'll ask him.
Appreciate it.
All right,
What did
so
you say?
Well,
the
he's
pouch
out here
was?
eating humans, so fuck his opinion.
How much was the pouch again?
the pouch
15.
was yes.
15.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just set it in a pile. We'll be there shortly.
Yeah.
Okay.
His
Well,
toxic
I meant no. This was. I mean,
masculinity.
this would have been before you guys had left. So that's why I was
Yes.
like, you're not leaving Renan by himself as he's like.
I mean, he
Butchering
put
a
it back
dragon.
on the ship for expedience sake.
Okay. Yes, we'll have it put it in the giant refrigerator.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh, how
so.
ironic.
All right. I was just
Went off being
curious.
Stored in his own creepy fridge.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Sonder and Eloquin go get the minnows
And
and the airship.
clear.
Yeah.
I cast.
Now that all of my stuff that I got off of Winnoth's body is on the ship, I can be of use.
Nice.
All right.
So I
He
cast.
was encumbered all this time.
It's like walking.
Since
So
I'm using
I
up all
would
my
have
slots,
to set it down. I can't fly with all of that shit.
I get there and I cast floating disc. It can hold 500 pounds of shit and it follows me. We're good.
Oh hell yeah. Nice.
So after that, I cast invisibility 3rd level. So I tag Sonder, Aliquin, and you said you're going
Yes.
3.
Nice. Okay.
There you go.
Wait.
I'll go.
It's 2nd level, so I think. Never mind. Sonder, Aliquin.
Okay.
All right. So
And
you.
y'all are invisible for an hour.
All right. All right, so you, Sonder, Alequin, you guys head out towards where you had parked the minnows.
Okay.
So you get there and find that they're both gone.
No. Oh fuck. Can I investigate the area
Sure.
to see if there's footprints?
There's lots of footprints.
Oh no.
No, but they're parked in separate places, or had you parked them together? I'm trying to remember.
I imagine them like parked next
Because
to
you
a
guys had
tree.
come in. No, I know, but I can't remember if
Okay.
you guys had arrived and hid them in the same location, or you had arrived separately and hid them in two different places.
I would have
think we hit
imagined
them in
we
two
were
different
together.
places.
Because you came
if I recall.
because you were in two different groups, right?
Oh yeah, we were. Yeah. So it would have been
'Cause-
two different places.
Okay,
'Cause
so
I flew
yes.
one and somebody else.
So
So the
then
ones that we
Sonder,
left.
when you
I
get
would
to
have
the
let them know where I parked it too.
yeah, no, for sure. Sonder, when you get to that location, you
Just
see
like
that it's
talking about
gone, and then you hear Alequin over the phone, Alequin over the spy's murmur going, "So problem. I don't see the minnow."
My minnow's also gone. Is there anything in your area that might suggest somebody took it?
I mean, I see there's. Hold on.
Do you have investigation skills?
I see some
He
footprints.
I'm horrible at this. I can see things. But
You hear in everybody's voice and everybody's head, Aelin, do you know what happened to the minnows?
Did you take the car?
I think he take one of them. I think he took
You
one
hear
of them.
Take
you
one
hear
now.
you hear Aelin's voice. So I've got a bit of a confession to make. We sort of took the minnows
Are they okay?
and the reclaimer.
Is the reclaimer okay?
Get him,
Is-
Dad.
About
Get
that.
him.
Is
Get him,
Granny
Dad.
okay?
Did you crash the reclaimer?
Well, technically I wasn't flying it, so no.
Wait, is that the airship that's up north?
Well, not technically anymore. It's safe. It could use some work and has seen a bit of better days, but if it weren't for
Are Granny and the birds okay?
You're grounded.
Right.
if it weren't for Elena, we would have been toast, like burnt toast, like ashy toast.
You owe her some clove cigarettes. That's all I'm gonna
So
say.
you could have exploded or crashed the ship. I'm glad that you guys are okay. But that means
I'm
we're
glad she's
stuck
okay.
in Silvery Moon.
Well, I mean, we can fix it, right? She knows. She's said we can fix it. And the ship can still fly. It was a bit slow now,
If she
and
says we can
has a
fix
hole
it,
in
then
it.
we'll be okay.
But it's fine.
As long as she's good.
yeah.
Maybe
Her
it's
and the
time
boy-
to
the
trade
boys are
up
safe.
Anyway.
The boys are
Okay.
safe, but they're laying low at the moment. They helped take out the two other airships that were flying in the sky. So,
them.
By themselves?
well, no, I'm not a complete idiot. They had help. Remember, I told you we have friends here in the city.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna be like really proud of them. Like, wow.
I mean, they did volunteer. I didn't ask them to do this. But we'll
Well, if
talk
they're
about
like
that
their
when I,
grandmother. Yeah.
we'll talk about it when I get back.
Well, Eloquin, if you want to meet me at the up, I don't know, some like landmark that's near the river,
Sure.
we can recuperate and head back.
I mean, you guys can get back into the city. There's not like,
Oh, okay. I don't know if it's like still a thing to.
you
Okay.
haven't seen any, like, it seems like all the activity there's a couple, I mean, it's very obvious that the city is not abandoned. There are still like the civilians like working to put the fires out and that sort of thing. But as far as the Thayan presence, you don't see any.
Okay.
Not live ones
That's good.
anyway.
Well, that's good.
Oh. Then let's run through the city back to the north.
So on our way back, because they went to go get the minnows, we
That was
went back.
to the vaults.
Yes,
Yes.
okay. So on our way back, I would have left, because I can leave up to 2, Mold Earth, just a quick little abjuration symbol that I would have told the group, look for this. If you see it, you're going the right way.
Okay.
It lasts an hour, but it's something.
Alrighty. So
If we encounter any citizens putting out fires, Iskra's going to get distracted and join the fire brigade.
sure,
So,
for sure.
and
Um,
not even say anything. It's I'll meet you guys later, and then run off and start helping
Sure.
with that.
At this point, it's about 2 or 3 in the morning. Just so you guys know, it's middle of the
Heck
night.
yeah.
But you do manage to help the citizens as much as you can. You see that.
Stay with Iskra.
Okay. Once
Right on.
I would say about another 45 minutes pass, and you can see that there are a decent sized force coming through the city, moving back towards you guys, looking exhausted, battered, beaten. Some of them focused on levitating wounded allies, as well as dragging or escorting various prisoners of war. Soldiers, human, hobgoblin, a few of the red wizards, all of them, chained and tied in a way to where they are under
Can't
guard
cast.
by some of the knights.
So now is the time to really enforce the Geneva convention.
Hey, and now we have all that carved meat that won't go to waste because we can feed them.
True.
Okay.
Old dragon.
So I will say, for expediency's sake, about an hour and a half or so, everyone's managed to gather together back at the Vault of Sages.
Would
The
you
pri-
have said that we took a short rest, by the way?
Not at that time.
And
Oh.
not Kindred and I anyway. We're helping save the city.
Yeah, I mean,
If actually,
with
if
all-
anything, I'd probably take a point of exhaustion because we just worked through the night.
For real, right?
Everyone kind of has managed to put some semblance of a camp together, and you meet all manner of interesting folk in meeting back up with Aelin. He introduces you to a group called the Knights of the Living Order, whom you have already met Thalu. Thalu introduces you to a couple of her subordinates or people that are under her command at the moment. You meet a human male and female by the name of one male by the name of Martel and a female by the name of Sybil.
Yay.
Who have been working along with Aelin in the recovery of the city from the forces of Thay. You meet various members of their order as well. You meet the Circle of the Accord, the group known as the Wizards of Evermore, one of which is a familiar orange dragonborn that you had rescued
Yes.
back in not Yartar. That was
In,
just south. Hold on. Evermore.
Evermore. No.
Everesca? Everesca.
Everesca. Yeah.
Yes. I had to look. No, not even Everlund.
Oh my god.
Everesca is a place though. We
Wow.
have been there, but Everlund is this particular one.
That's where we met Salvador, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're
Yes. And so you are introduced to them. Their circle kind of reminds you to some extent of like a ruling council for these people. Core is another red dragonborn, and he is the one who is kind of the overseer of these wizards.
What's the name of the group? The wizard group?
Well, most of them are just called the Wizards of Evermore. The ruling people is the Circle of Accord.
Okay.
And they have basically are a group that lives out in the Evermores, which is southwest of Silvery Moon. And they've been taking in refugees from various places across the Sword Coast, who have come there to seek refuge, as it's a hidden away spot in the middle of this swamp. They've taken a old abandoned temple and its grounds as
Do I
their
see-
home.
Do I see my boy? My good boy.
Yeah, do we see my point?
You do meet a particularly small kobold that is rather rambunctious, despite looking rather blackened and charred from the battle. You do meet a.
Well, I mean, he's a black kobold anyway, so.
All right. You do see that amongst the number of red wizards, you see various other races that aren't super well seen. You see there is a couple of gnolls, some goblins amongst their order.
Wait, are they regular gnolls?
Regular gnolls?
Or are they
no.
dirty and kind of grassy? Are they grassy knolls?
No, it was a
Oh, you're going a different direction.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Regular
Um,
knoll. I know.
Yes,
I know.
they are gnolls. There's the goblins. There's a few bugbears. One particular one that seems to be sticking kind of close to Aelin, Martell, and Sybil as well. They're kind of discussing amongst themselves different, activities. So you meet a fair amount of people. But Thalu comes over to you guys. So you're the friends of Aelin then?
I'm just exhausted and just like, huh?
It's, of course, we have plenty of time to talk about this tomorrow. It is time for us all to rest. You have you have aided us a great deal in taking out that dragon, as well as that airship.
We hope to repair it. We do apologize though for not joining the fight earlier. Needed to make sure that we had our chickens in a row, as people here say.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not familiar with local customs or sayings, but it
Neither
sounds
am I. I don't know.
colloquial enough.
Oh, you know what? It's
Um,
ducks. It's ducks.
Right.
Oops.
But do get some rest. We have some of our knights will stand guard over the prisoners and the encampment, and we will talk more tomorrow. We have to gather what rest we can before we push north once more. Do not allow that portal to stay open any longer than necessary.
Who's been in charge of tending to the ill? Is there any particular person, or it's just everyone?
Whoever is capable of doing it has lent a hand to do.
You haven't come across a little halfling girl by the name of Hibby, have you?
I have not. But if she is a member of the wizards, I can ask around. I'm unfamiliar with any of the other people of the city.
Okay.
But, get some rest, and we have much to discuss in the morning. She goes off, kind of bows to you, and joins the rest of the milling crowd there within the Vault of Sages as everyone kind of starts settling in. No one seems to be wanting to explore much of the vault. They're kind of sticking pretty close together. And it is a very interesting group, particularly these Wizards of Evermore. They are wild, to say the least. you can see that most of them look like they are swamp folk, wild and.
So they're not tamed.
No, they're tamed, but it's more like, they're not your average magic users that are in finely dressed robes and super. They look like humble.
So they're not stuck up.
Yes, they look like
They're my kind of wizard then.
yeah, they're humble country folk that you will see conjure up this, that, and the other as you guys are walking through their
picturing,
crowd.
a massive nerd fest as they're all like trading Pokemon cards, but it's like spell books. Like, oh, what did you find? Oh, what'd you get? Like,
oh, what did you find? Oh, what'd you get?
They are, doing what they can to make each other comfortable, setting up fires, cooking things. They've basically turned the inside hall, main entryway of the Vault of Sages into a covered like RV camp, like little makeshift tents.
compound.
Or makeshift tents have been strung up to knocked over bookshelves and the like, making for a very comfortable, homey, if not strange for this scenario. But you are able to either go back to your rooms to rest if you wish, or make camp close by.
Oh yeah, like Khalil said, I'm gonna check on the guy that we put in the closet.
Yeah.
You find he is still there.
Okay.
Unconscious.
No, he's
I'm gonna-
awake. He's just kind of like. He's as soon as you can tell he's been trying to be quiet, hearing all the voices now out the outside, and hearing the door opened, he's just kind of like.
Like,
Does he smell like smoke?
He's been smoking, smoked in the container. Oh no! You cooked him alive. All right.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, it's over, and not looking good for your side. So
You
Come
see him
on.
just swallow.
Time to die.
no, I
Sorry.
Or I'm gonna like stand him up and take him to wherever prisoners are being kept if I've seen
Okay.
such a place.
Yeah.
Nice.
He is added to their number.
So, are they injured all together, or are they kind of separate in a different location?
They have set up a somewhat of an infirmary kind of area, to be able to kind of watch over those who are badly burned and injured otherwise.
Okay, I would like to do a short rest, and then after that, I'd like to go and try to heal some of them before I do a long rest.
Okay, so we'll say that you can sit, and as you kind of sit and relax and eat for a moment, gather your thoughts for that hour of time. You guys could take a short rest before you a short break before you sleep for the morning.
So Kindred will just kind of wander around past the point of exhaustion until I pass out wherever I do, looking for Hibby. And
Okay.
I'll take a point of exhaustion for the morning.
Ooh.
So, what I'll do after the short rest is I'm gonna go to that area where the injured are. I'm going to do Spirit Totem to make the unicorn spirit appear. And for the people that are most injured, I'm going to cast first level Cure Wounds on them. 1d8 plus 5 hit points. And every time that I cast a healing spell within the aura of the unicorn spirit, which is a...
I love that it's a unicorn spirit.
Yeah.
On
It's an
brand.
aura of 30 feet radius, and it can be moved up to 60 feet as a bonus action, and it'll last for 1 minute. But anytime I heal someone inside or outside of this aura, anyone that's inside, all the people that I choose also get healed for my druid level, which is 7 points of damage.
I mean, so yeah, we'll say for simplicity's sake, I mean, you're able to bring a good number of them some comfort and healing in the, especially
because
those
I'm
that
pretty
were
much
the
gonna
most.
wipe out. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe out like all my slots for Cure Wounds. So that's 4 of first level,
Okay.
2 of second level, 2 of third level, 1 of fourth level, if need be.
Yeah.
And then every time 7 hit points get hit to everyone inside that.
That area. Alrighty. Wow, you're just a big old healing bomb, aren't you? All right.
For the short rest, or after it, can I spend some of my time with my healing kits at the prisoners kind of area, seeing if I can patch some of them up?
Sure.
Okay.
Did
Yeah,
you
for
say
sure.
prisoners?
Yeah. Alrighty.
They are not savages. I have to take care
I'm
of them
just saying,
too.
there's other wounded people that aren't prisoners.
They're being taken care of by us.
Not all of them.
All right. So you're doing that, Sonder. Anybody else doing anything else before you go to sleep?
I find Hitty.
No. But most of the people here are not citizens of the city itself. They are just mainly those who are working for the liberation.
Well, then I pass out wherever I do.
Wherever she falls, she will stay.
After
But
I'm
of
done
course,
with
staying within the group.
And after I'm done with the healing, I'll try to make a spot for myself within where everyone else is, kind of close by them.
Okay.
I'm
And then-
sleeping at the door of the captain's quarters, by the way.
On the airship?
Yes,
You're sleeping by the door?
by the door.
Okay. So you go back outside to the airship and you sleep by the door of the set up by the door of the captain's quarters.
Me
I'm
and
going
Oreo.
to,
You and Oreo? Okay.
after I finish with the prisoners, I'll head back to the group and go to sleep.
Okay.
And I just see Renan over there sleeping by his dragon meat.
Sleeping in his dragon meat.
You're cooking it, right? Y'all cooked it? No.
All right.
The meat?
I probably passed out trying to, while healing people, like until I ran out of stuff to heal with.
Okay. So yeah, you would have helped heal wherever you could as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
passing
and
the
I
fuck out.
again just keep running around putting out fires until finally.
No, for sure.
Yeah, we've all
nothing
just
left to
collapsed
do.
around town.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
so like,
random
I'm with
places.
some random group of civilians putting out fires, and then
Oh, okay. No,
I'll go to sleep wherever they are.
Nice.
What's up with my Wi-Fi right now?
Okay. So,
We're far away from each other, Galil.
alrighty, Galil, you sleep there. Kindred, you are there amongst the wizards. Iskra, you do find a very kindly halfling family that has thanked you for helping to put out some of the fires near. They were threatening their home, and the mother is like taking your hand, just like, please, anything we can do to help you. You're welcome. Anything we have. You've really saved our lives.
A bed would be nice.
Of course, it's a bit small, but I'm sure we can manage something. Come in, dear. Come in. Come in.
I follow her in.
Okay.
It's like, can I have some sparkling water? And
Oh my god.
She just Hansel
That'd
and
be
Gretel'd
great.
you.
All right.
Horror
So,
forum, sex trafficking now.
Wow.
You're the reason for our suffering, child.
oh my gosh,
What?
you guys
Our
have
house is
no
burning
chill.
because of
It
you.
puts, it
You
puts
guys
the
have-
lotion on the skin.
You guys have no chill. Okay. Sonder, you go and fall asleep with everybody else there in the main area.
Yeah.
You, as you kind of finally find a spot, choose to relax and like lay back. Close to passing out. You get like knocked on the arm a little bit. Hey,
Turn around.
you see a cup of warm-looking stew is being handed to you. This is for
I want to look at the face of the person giving me stew.
Just looks like dressed in similar clothes to everybody else. Bunch of earthy looking browns. You can see some like what looks like grass and twig and mud kind of in his dirtying his clothes. He looks like almost like a homeless guy, missing a couple of teeth.
He looks like a stew.
Is
He
his
looks-
name Stu? It's
his
canon.
name,
It
his
has
name
to
is
be now.
his name is Stu.
I'm gonna give him a
he go-
sleepy smile and say thank you. It's been a long day.
You've done good.
You as well.
He kind of sits next to you. He just like sips his own stew.
What is this made with?
Oh no!
Dragon
It was
meat?
it was in the pot over there.
Ah. This is nice. Something warm to fill our bellies in this cold.
The cold never lasts. It's springtime after all.
It's been such a long time, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, time flies when you're busy. And you've been busy.
I have.
So
How
what
are
are,
your-
what are your plans next? More vengeance?
Oh. Not vengeance. I just want peace.
Justice.
Right.
That is noble. Yes, noble. Especially when you have lost as much as you have.
What do you mean?
You've lost much. You've lost your family, both real and your brothers and sisters. But I see within you great things. You do well. You have much work ahead of you.
I do.
But you're not alone. I won't leave you alone.
I know that now. You.
He puts a hand on your arm, and you feel this like warmth, comforting touch.
I've been watching you for some time.
He begins to cry.
Aw.
I haven't seen you in a very long time.
Oh? Just because you haven't seen me doesn't mean that I haven't seen you. You have stayed faithful to this course. Despite everything. That is something not everyone is capable of. I will not lie. There is going to be much more pain. But stick with your friends. Keep doing what is good. Stick up for justice, not for vengeance. I saw what you did with those prisoners. Not everyone would have done the same.
Everyone deserves to be treated right, regardless of who they are.
Indeed.
Right.
And that is why I'm giving you my blessing.
I have your blessing.
True. But now you have a little bit more.
And he leans over and he gives you a kiss on the forehead.
Aw.
Oh.
He ruffles his hand through your flowy hair.
Okay.
Pats your
step bro.
pats your shoulder once again, and like
Gets up. Ugh. Okay. I'm off to see what else I can do. Get some sleep, Sonder. The path
in front of you will be a brilliant one. Don't forget that.
About him.
He like walks away, like hobbly old man. And you can
I'm
see on the
still-
back of his like robe, there's like the leaves that you can see that there are like 7 little golden leaves that are stuck to his back, like as if he had been
Oh.
sleeping on him.
It's adorable.
And with
I'm
that,
so dumbfounded. Whew.
and with
Who's
that,
that?
we will end for tonight. Yay! All right, guys.
God.
Well done. Wild and crazy storylines, yo.
That was great. I loved that little interaction.
Yes.
at the end.
Sonder needed that.
He did. Yeah.
After
He really
killing
did.
the 2 guys.
Oh. Salmon must have seen that too.
You guys are gonna
All
keep
right.
bringing it up.
All right, guys. Have a good night. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Night.
Night,
Bye.
Bye, y'all.